Oh, perfectly timed with the ending of the music. How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. Oh, I'm so excited to be jumping into this episode of Terraform this fine day. Last we left off, Robin kind of got her brother back, maybe? It's a little convoluted, a little confusing, some additional difficulties there. Sika made an ally in Rampant, who revealed that his family of traveling troopers is not a singular convoy, but in fact a larger subculture within the land. And while Rampant, being also a Luminen, is verbally and clearly not a part of the family, he knows of the family, he came from the family, and is willing to make introductions. Kazric has a fun new toy with his kit, and it's and they've also grabbed a hold of these strange golden threads. And last but not least, we have Zito, who, like a briefcase, is carrying Holic out by his hair, the top half, having, quote, saved him from the visceral transmutation and the flesh craft at play that they were subjecting him to. I think that's it for that. I'm Sir Feffers. I'm the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table. We've got 3 weekly streamed campaigns, soon to be 4. I say soon. There might be 4 in the makes. More information about that down the way. Very excited about that. If you want to get caught up, you can head over to YouTube. It's called Longshot. And do please hit the subscribe and feel free to get caught up over there, because we are running ads now. We are making money off of the YouTube. Whoa! And phenomenal sponsor, Modern Artifice, if you didn't know. Giuseppe makes incredible artisanal dice, and if you use the code LONGSHOT, you'll get 10% off there. And a little bit of that pocket change goes in my pocket as well. Big ups. And we're working on a future giveaway. I'm very excited. There's a Discord, a community of the Longshot community, where we have memes, we have community, we got all sorts of camaraderie, but most importantly, we got bingo. And bingo! And everyone has gone batshit feral for it, and I'm here for it. I think that's it for me. Let me throw it over to CritBard.
Sorry, side note, if you've ever seen the Lego movie, I just realized that I am to Terraform what the astronaut is to Lego movie with spaceship.
Spaceship!
Hi, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard across all social media channels, except the ones I'm not on because they fucking suck. I play Kazric, the Apothecary Alchemist, a class created by Mage Hand Press, which focuses on the more fluid aspect of creation. That sounds really weird. Bombs, potions, salves, poisons, all of that jazz. Yes, Kazric can do all of it. He is ready to get out of here. Doesn't like that Holic's half form is still here, but only did it because of a slight obligation to Zito. And we'll see what happens from here. Also, Reggie's still gone. So until Reggie gets back, I can't play with my new toy because I'm tying it directly to Reggie. That's me. I'll pass it to Zito.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. I'm playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. And last I left off, I had to do my job, and I wasn't happy about it. But the job's done, Anyway, I'm happy to get started here. War's happening. Ben is also on tour, so if you like stand-up comedy, come see me do jokes. Check out my website. I have shows coming up. The Villages, Florida, and then Toledo and Columbus, Ohio, and then Fort Wayne, Indiana. So come check me out. Those places in March. Love you, mean it. Shane.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane Whalley. I'm ever Shane Whalley. It's nice to meet you. I play Sika, Colors of the Road Bard, who's having a grand old time coming back to terms of being dead, and meeting Luminen, who brought him back to the dead, learning that there's more people in his family, a traveler family, and a little part of him changed a little bit because spell that he hasn't fully enjoyed using, which is the shadow portal. So he's just putting himself through a whole lot of stress right now that he finds, and it's totally unnecessary. But as things change when he does certain things with his light. And so I'm excited for you guys to see what happens with his story as they progress. Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I play Robin. She is the rogue druid. I'm also the game master for Heinefall. Check us out on heinefall.com. Robin has been looking for her brother and has kind of found him-ish. He's moving and grooving, but stuck in a different dimension. So yeah, that's where Robin is.
All right. Let's get into this. I'm very excited. Zito. With Kazric moving in behind you as you step back out of that castle, detonations and full-blown arcane warfare breaking out all around you. Sika, you're waiting there, and you see the two of them stepping out of that door that you guys used to get into the back entrance. Kazric following along behind, and this trail of blood as, like, quote, a briefcase, Zito walks out holding Hollick by his hair. Hollick, horrifically, still conscious. And moaning, screeching, gnashing of teeth, the usual. Every now and then the hands come up and try to like grab onto almost mindlessly grab onto Zito and Zito, you step out into the fresh air.
Yeah. If Sika or Kazric, if you guys are paying attention enough, or your passive perception is high enough, whatever, you might notice a couple of things. The Zito's not trying to hide this stuff; it just kind of is happening as he's walking by, and war is happening around him. His free hand starts to twitch. It's sort of like if you've seen the movie Holes. And they get the kid in who I believe his nickname was Twitch, because he just, whenever he sees a nice car, he gets all twitchy. And then every so often, Zito will just kind of like almost look over to battle and then like pull himself away. And he's just under his breath going, "Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus."
Amazing. What's Kazric's and Sika's reaction to this?
Sika kind of would be like just clocking it more than anything. He would just hear him, see him, but just a little concerned. But Sika kind of has a lot going on in his own mind right now that's over trumping the external situations. So as much as he sees that, he if anything, Sika will probably, if he's standing behind Zito or in front, he would move to be on the side separating Zito from the war, so he'll be between them.
Okay.
Like, be an obstacle of breaking the reality mindset for that, if possible. Yeah.
Kazarick is I think Kazarick's most likely behind Zito and Sika, kind of taking up the rear, which is kind of strange because typically I think Zito's the one taking up the rear. So there's an interesting moment of it's almost symbolic because in the way Kazak's watching his six and protecting Zito, even though Zito sees himself as a protector. But more importantly, he keeps looking at that damn body. And there's no in simulator, there's no twitch coming over Kazak's form, but you can see that if the camera were to pan in on him, he very much is uncomfortable with the fact that this body is still alive. Not that it could be alive and is going to die soon, more that most likely it's been magically forced to be alive, and hasn't died yet. That's just not sitting right with Kazrick. But he tries to not focus on it at the moment, mostly just trying to make sure that if something comes up behind them, he can toss a bomb. If he needs to get us further, he can toss a bomb. Either way, he's just keeping watch as much as he can behind these two.
Okay. Slowly winking into existence all throughout this battlefield, especially in the sky. Various entities throughout the continent begin to hear word of what's going on here. Various factions, wizard colleges, nobility, other churches, other powerful factions throughout Whistland start tuning in. And you see arcane eyes popping up here and there as the party quickly moves up the hill and into that cave. Robin.
Yep.
You recognize this hug? Soren. At first you think maybe Soren's back, and you send out a healing magic because you know of the sword that's piercing through the chest, and you can tell it doesn't take effect, and you look and you can see your cloak that you had draped over Soren's body is there, but in the shape of Soren is being formed through the cloak, but there's no one wearing the cloak seemingly. There's no one there. And the squeeze holds you all the tighter. What do you do?
She's just gonna speak. She's gonna be flustered, and she's gonna be like, "Soren, are you okay? Are you here? Can you talk? Can you communicate?"
There's not an immediate response, as if they probably cannot hear you, but the individual pulls you back and seems to take you in and squeezes your shoulders and goes back in for a hug.
Okay.
And soft shaking as if crying.
And she's gonna hug him back, and she's gonna look over at Toril and just be like, "What? How can we?" He's moving, but he's not like out.
Toril, badly beaten by the cave-in, kind of sits up and goes, "I don't know, but an improvement is an improvement." He's gonna cough up blood.
Are you okay?
I've had worse.
Really?
No.
Okay, so
He's gonna get up, sit back down.
she's gonna feel like, can I feel as I'm hugging Soren? Can I feel if the sword is through his back as well? Like, because my hands still have the like mirrored quality if they haven't rubbled off or
Yeah.
anything by now, which is cool if they have.
No, you can you get a hold of this blade, and you can find the sword that protrudes through the chest.
Okay. I'm just gonna I'm gonna put my hands on it and see what Soren does. Since I can't really heal him, I don't really want to like pull the sword out, because like you're not supposed to take something out of a stab wound. It'll start being worse. So I just want to see like what Soren does. I'll like give it like a little like question. He can't hear me. I'm trying to like I like lean back and I'm like just gesturing wildly.
There's a bit of panic from Soren as he loses touch of you, but he calms himself seemingly, and you can see on his end he's also trying stuff. You can see he's trying to cast spells. You saw him try to pull the sword out and it like sunk back into him.
What the heck?
And you find that you also can't really you weren't trying to pull it out, but you know that he doesn't seem capable of pulling out the cursed blade that's in his chest, but seems calm, seems lucid, seems to be looking around, and so they're able to see you.
Am I able to like take the cloak and put it backwards on him?
Is only one side reflective?
Yeah, the inside would just be... I can't put it inside out, reflective, against the back of his body?
Oh, yeah, that's, yes, that is how he is able to interact with this world around us.
Okay, I'm just gonna tie it on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, there, now I know where you are.
Yeah. He kind of has the hood up and everything. You can see the form of the horns you're familiar with the satyr, and as he stands up, he takes the shape of Soren.
Okay.
And you can see that protruding from his chest, the kind of draping of the cloak around it. Everything is coming back to you. The way he like kind of stamps his hoof, the way he even goes about casting spells, there would be some familiarity there. Eventually he just starts looking around and goes over to you and starts clearly trying to communicate, can't communicate. Another hug.
Yeah, all of the hugs. She's gonna have a very hard time like not keeping in contact with him in some way, but kind of like what I said before, she's definitely like, she started to open the lid on her like emotions, but then when she realized she didn't get him back and the job was not completed yet, she put the lid like back on. So she's back in focus mode of, okay, problem's still here, still gotta fix it, I'll cry later.
As you're kind of composing yourself and steeling yourself, the rest of the party does kind of come into the scene, coming down from the way that the party ventured. Zito, Sika, Kazric, clearly there's been a cave-in, and you're finding more bodies just decimated, ground down, and you start to fear the worst until you find Robin with Toril, Ryx, and seemingly an alert and lucid reflective sheet, reflective coat, cowl, cloak, what are we looking at? Cloak, a reflective cloak, giving this individual presence within the space.
And also Holic is screaming.
Holic is starting to go into a stupor.
Who is?
Holic.
We're back. And we brought a friend. Or we brought a little bit of
The
something.
music changed. Okay.
Would I recognize Soren as Cloak?
You recognize the horn shape, and you know that you were trying to recover Soren this whole time, so it's safe to make that conclusion.
Feffers, check out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, I think Zito would kind of walk up and like gauge the situation.
Robin
Go.
kind of like instinctively steps between, like, in front of Soren. Just because
Ashwell.
Holic, I don't know what is happening to Holic over here.
Yeah. Holic is kind of drooling a little.
Yeah.
Is that Ashfall? Do we have Ashfall?
Kind of. Ish. He's moving and he's around, but he can't seem to talk or communicate, and we still can't get the sword out of him.
You know, right up until the sword part, I could have said the same thing about Holic. That's very funny.
I think I'd take the sword in him over Pollock's state right now. Why?
Why
There's
would
a sword in someone?
In Soren.
No, I mean
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
I think
The acting was too good.
Like, I think you would have known that from last time.
I was too busy watching Holic.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, even it was just right after Holic we came up to the mirror.
when if, from my understanding, from what Sika would know, is that he was looking out the window with his whole attention watching the people casting the grafting spell on them.
Cheers.
And so yeah.
I don't think it's full party knowledge that Soren has a sword in him.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
we
thought
know
we were all
about the
kinda-
we know about the drop. We know about the broken part,
Yeah.
but we don't know about the other side of it yet.
Yeah.
I
Robin
had a
knows.
shit in my pants for some
Robin
reason.
doesn't know about the drop.
See, Robin didn't know about the drop. Robin knows
Yeah.
the other part. We haven't connected yet, which is
Yeah.
happening.
We haven't
And-
yet.
And
Yeah.
Sika hasn't said anything about it shaking in his pants for some reason.
No.
And so,
So Robin's gonna be like, yeah, there's when I found him and he was stuck, there was a sword that was being stabbed through him, and like we can try and like pull it, and she goes to grab the sword and like tries to pull it out of Soren, and she's like, but it just doesn't.
and
We
I
also
see-
can't see Soren, correct?
You can see the sheet on him, giving him form. So it's as if a ghost was wearing a bed sheet,
Yeah.
right? And so the dude's not under there, but the sheet's there, giving them that bipedal form, and it's
No,
all in that reflective. Yeah.
Can we
and
see
that-
the sword?
That's exactly what I was saying. We can't
Yeah.
see what Robin just tried to pull. Yeah.
Okay, so-
Sorry. You can see from the sheet, kind of like this.
like a protrusion.
Yeah, like tenting, if you will.
Do I see it as like
Yo.
a non-handled type thing?
Nope. It's just.
There's just something sticking out of him. Did
When-
it not vibrate again when Robin grabbed it and tried to pull it?
That's what I was gonna ask.
It would have, yes.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
So Sika's gonna be like,
that's what I was trying to do.
oh.
Oh no. I hate it here.
And then he's like, can you do that again?
No, stop.
She like, okay, and like tries to pull on the sword again.
For understanding, I guess so we're all on the same page. When Robin is pulling, I can't stand this group. When Robin is pulling the sword, is the drop vibrating?
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right.
And
Making
it's
sure.
in my left pocket. Just saying.
Okay. Do you dangle to the right or something? Like what is it?
I did it when I said it's in my pants. I'm like, wait, I should clarify where it is in my pants.
The second time Robin tries to pull the sword, Zito's just gonna get like a really determined look on his face and like hand her Holic and be like,
No,
"Trade."
no,
On the floor.
Absolutely not.
And Troll goes,
That's fine. he like just puts Hollick down and then goes, "Let me pull this sword. I've never met a sword so large in a body that I have not been able to pull it out."
I don't know if you'll be able to grab it without your hands being mirrored.
So that's a whole other conversation that just happened there. Mirrored? Why is your hands mirrored?
Well, when I found him, he was in a room that was just like full of lines of mirrors, and that's the only way that you can like see him. So like I have to be holding some sort of mirrored fabric, or I put paint on my hands with a lot of metallic flakes in it in order to like see him for some reason. I don't know why, but
When you say that, Sick is going to remember his time with seeing those people in the forge, in the glass that was shattered everywhere, and so I should have put the glass everywhere. People in the forge. Switch those conversations around.
You start making connections.
Connections, and then like as much as he's like, oh, and it says like, do I let Zito try? No, we have to be serious here. Let's
Zito.
So,
oh, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Zito. It's very frustrating.
Robin is doing the same thing with her hands to show
the mirrory hands. I realize
Robin,
though.
if you put your hands on the sword and then I grab your hands.
I feel like you're gonna break my hands.
Good point.
I feel like you would like cut all my fingers off, and I don't want that to happen.
No.
Sick is gonna just start walking over and reach into his pocket and pull out the Rupert's drop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
It kind of moves into the space. It kind of feels a certain gravitas. And the issue is that the hilt of the sword has been cut in half, it seems. So the hilt is in the Rupert's drop, which is a, quote, very hard to destroy magic item. And the sword is in the mirror dimension inside a person.
Oh, shoot. I think we still need to go find those witches.
yeah.
Okay.
Like to do all of this outside because there's a literal war happening.
I agree.
Just in
I
case
think
we
we
forgot.
I think we should move away from this space as fast as possible.
Okay. So, so Sickle will register that the sword resonates with something on the in the mirror dimension, but he's trying to understand why the hilt is in this dimension while the other is not, and whether it's still separated or something. Like, what, like, was it being broken that caused the mirror dimension to absorb it, or was it being encased in this glass that caused it to become more tangible? And so
Or was it that Thorne went into the mirror dimension and that caused it to break? Like what was in it went with it?
If anything, so if I remember, what was said was just that the patron got involved somehow. Okay. So yeah, let's get out of here. But can I have a few moments with Sora? And you're welcome to be there, Robin, of course. But I would like to try something.
Okay.
Once we get somewhere safe.
Okay. Party starts hustling their respective buns.
Robin's just holding Soren's hand and not letting go.
I need everybody to roll a D100 for me.
Oh no. 97. I hope that's good.
$32.
$45.
Okay. Kazric, roll a D100 for me.
You know the thing I have been prepared. Dice. Oh, sorry. Give me literally 5
I think
seconds.
as we're walking, Zito is just holding Hollick's head, palming it like a basketball. And if no one else is talking, he'd probably just be singing cadences. Just not super loud, just kind of like, hi ho, lock and load.
85.
And he's like just dead silence in between the moments because it's a call and response, but nobody's there to respond. But he just leaves the silence anyway.
Okay. Slowly, the party crawls their way through these passages. It gets a little convoluted because of the cave-in. You have to find alternative routes out. And you do find one. It takes a while. But the detonations, the destruction, the war above begins to get quieter as you get farther away. One passage you find is completely filling with smoke, and you have to find another way around, and eventually, after about 2 hours, so a short rest,
Okay. Didn't realize it was hours of walking.
hours of crawling and having to backtrack and move around
Yeah.
and through these catacombs of lava tunnels.
During that time then, because walking can be treacherous, sure, but when you have 5 people plus a dead body and a mirror boy, it's hard but not as hard. Will be slowly reforming Reggie with all the dust and dirt that he has.
Yeah, I'd say finally when you get to that smoky room, you draw out Reggie as it combines with the rest of the practices.
I don't want it to feel like he's like a magical mystic,
Oh,
but
fair.
but very much like that does become the base of what he's adding, and this stuff is gaining sentience as he's doing it. And the smoky area definitely does fill into that spot, mostly because more of a matter of what's the word I'm looking for? Attraction versus it's a mystical thing. But absolutely, yeah, it becomes part of the mess that Reggie is, literally a mess. But yeah, Reggie's back. Also doesn't like the Hazrick, the Holic body.
But yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead.
How long since our wake up has it been now? Then would you say?
Since your wake up?
Yep.
Since when we drank the 8-hour.
I'd say we're getting there.
Oh, I will also say when Reggie forms back, and we got to get a smaller spot. He sits in my backpack. But as he crawls into the backpack, he's very hungry and he immediately chows down on the rod.
Okay, yeah. Excellent.
And if anybody sees Reggie, his normal state is typically grays and blacks and greens with hints of different colorings throughout as different alchemical reactions are happening. But suddenly he seems slightly more colorful than usual. It's less reactionary. It's more like an aurora.
After we walk for a while, if we reach a spot where it's just kind of just normal walking for a little bit, I'd like to get next to Kazrick.
Okay.
Those bombs that you throw. You put stuff in them, right? You have the normal explosive part, and then I've seen you add random shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much how you figure out what's explosive and what's not explosive.
Can I see one of those?
Is it for Holic? I'll just blow him up myself.
No, I legally cannot let you do that right now. But
I I don't know these rules, and I don't like them. He will pull out.
I don't
right? What?
The concept of legal is a bit
Never heard
abstract.
of her. Must be a local. We'll pull out the basically the base shell of what these bombs are, which we need to design. I need to design out what they look like.
I think
heavy
the mix and match depending on the need.
Oh, for sure. But
I always
yes.
just think like the traditional like Acme like black sphere with the thick white wick coming out
I
of it.
want it to be that, but it's totally not. But
I've been
either way.
picturing them as like these kind of pill-shaped cartridges.
Yeah, I think they're more just like cartridges or bags that like a bunch of shit gets put in, shaken up, it reacts, and he boops, tosses it.
Logically, it would probably look the most like an MRE bomb.
Logic probably doesn't come too
MREs
much into it with this Yahoo, but I like this. idea.
MREs come with heaters they're chemical heaters you rip and then you just add water to the chemical compound.
Yeah,
and it heats up
exactly.
really big. But like a
100.
really big thing that they tell you in the military is that you have to use the heater before you throw the MRE thing away, because sometimes if shit goes wrong and you haven't used the chemical and it gets caught and stuck, the bag itself will just keep inflating and inflating with the chemical reaction and then blow up.
Like sheep.
Like cheap. Wow.
Yeah.
Either way, I do kind of like that. It's like this kind of like this bag type of weird thing, and he just like hands it to Zito. What? What?
I have been curious about the limits of what can be added to a bomb.
I mean, pretty much anything you want. It could be like dirt. It could be probably the thing you ate last week. If you like know how to regurgitate it, it could be food. Holic. No, okay.
Holic goes.
Probably.
Holic hears his name and goes.
No. Shuts his eyes.
I'm blind. I don't mean to alarm you, dear.
But yeah, pretty much it just works if you just figure it out. It's kind of like a puzzle, but only you make the rules of the puzzle.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Zito's gonna try to put 2 hit dice, just straight life essence into.
You wouldn't be able to.
Though, Kazric, you do see what he's trying to accomplish.
Exactly. I think I see like. Are you like? Does it look like he's like constipate? Like, what does it look like?
Yeah, what does that look like?
Uses hit dice.
For Zito, because he's very like at this point very very trained in that, it really wouldn't look much. He would be focused for sure, but you'd sense it more than you'd see it. And with your canonically, druids are just more attuned to life essence, and with your upbringing as not a druid but with druids, you would probably be more attuned to like the shifting Zito of like however you perceive it. You would be pretty attuned to like the shifting of his own life essence, like extending from his hand around this bomb, not staying there and then like coming back in.
Do you see when you do your hit dice things? I think I've never asked. Is it magical? Like, what's the vibe of the energy?
If I may. In the same way a monk unlocks inner potential with magic, that's magical.
With key.
With key.
Yeah, like or focus.
That's unlocking an inner well of magic, essentially.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of similar to that.
100%. Okay, great. I think he sees an energy or an aura, or something that is shifting, and he just kind of like stares for a moment as they're walking. That's I've never tried to just use self. Don't know what that would actually do. Can you do that again?
In my experience, not very many people know exactly how to use self, as you put it, without dying a horrible death immediately.
I think I can probably. Can I get some of your blood?
Everyone who isn't the party, like all the NPCs, like turn and look at him.
Because like, I don't know how, like, I'm not like, how those, people who are like super disciplined can like, just focus. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to like just, but I can probably figure it out through the literal life force in physical form, which is your blood or plasma, but that's kind of harder to extract.
I don't see why not. He'll hand the bomb back to you and then just open his palm.
Give me a metachlorians.
We'll absolutely just like, without going into like any CW ratings, just like get like a knife, rip, and like put it into a vial.
Okay.
And like just looks at it and goes, I'm going to mull over this.
Zito's gonna lick the cut.
There's a very soft sound that draws everything to a halt. People stop walking, everyone turns, and it's this faint tinkling noise as
like peeing.
No, as it's the knee-jerk reaction for me.
I'm sorry. My inner thoughts came out.
No. Don't worry. I thought the same exact thing.
It's the noise you never thought. Once you realize what the source of the noise is, it makes sense. And it's all of Hollick's teeth have fallen out and have clinked down onto the floor. And the now teethless Hollick looks up in pain, and you watch as his bone structure on his face shifts a little.
I'm gonna take those teeth.
Can we kill him?
Was that?
Oh, I'm not gonna part of it. Can we just kill him? Just stop. I don't like this. I'd rather it just be dead.
Why are we keeping him like this?
Questions I still want answered to, but apparently there's some law that doesn't exist with my people. I don't know.
He's a Thorne, so I need to at least attempt a save, I suppose.
What if I distract you 5 minutes, and when you come back, problem solved?
Sika, with all due respect, I do not think that you would be able to distract me for 5 full minutes.
We can try.
Whoa, that's bold.
That was
a bardic
bold
challenge
to the
if I've ever heard
bard.
one. Yeah.
Wow.
The CritBard just got triggered by that one. Like, don't give me a challenge.
I feel like Sika would just be like, just very.
And then Sekiro will just continue like, either way, I'm just trying to save you from possibly breaking a moral, because Sika doesn't understand your contract, and just be like, it can be dead, and you could have been distracted, and something happened, and you did your best.
But I did not do my best.
Well, how about this? This thing looks like it's changing. I have a fear that it's possibly grafting. Long-term effects of grafting.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Is that Locke?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's taking the path that the elven nobility took. And Hilvithea like steps back, hands go to mouth. He's turning into a Leshen.
Okay, guys, I feel like I don't know what that is, but that sounds like a bad thing.
Can we stop it? Like, can we kill it and stop it? Or does it keep going?
Ever heard of what a Leshen is?
A Leshen is a famously known creature, monster, you know.
Okay.
it usually occurs when a person who has gone through a lot, there's a couple of other things that need to happen, but a person that has eaten a lot of human flesh can become a Leshen.
Like
There's
a
another...
Wendigo?
Yes, but we don't say that word.
Got it.
What word? Sorry, I know, I
I'll type
couldn't
it.
hear it.
You're good. You're
I
totally
legit-
fine.
yeah, thank you.
You're
I
totally
legit didn't
fine.
hear it.
I thought you
Yeah.
were trolling me.
Does it start with a C?
No, or neither a T. Yeah, so what
Oh.
Witcher 3 did was they were like, well, we can't say that word, so we're going to call him Leshen. And ever since I've been like, bet, I'm going to just do that.
Okay, so would I sense a sense of panic on Locke's face as well?
Horror.
Cool. Can I kill it? Look, I will bring him back. Just like, can I kill it?
Hold. Locke,
Yeah.
is there any way to reverse this process?
Maybe. I don't know it. But I've seen wonders done with clerics.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn to the cloak that is Soren Ashfall.
Mm-hmm. You turn to
go.
Soren. Hang on, real quick. Sorry. You turn to Soren. Soren turns to you, and there's in the posture recognition, and it goes.
Ashfall, I know you cannot speak. However, I'm going to ask you a yes or no question.
Looks like it's really trying to watch your lips and read your lips.
If Holic turns into a Leshen, would he technically no longer be Holic?
Would still be Holic.
Slowly turns back to Sika. I cannot let you kill him.
I'm going to tell
gritted
you right now, just so you hear me very, very clearly. Zito, Barbara, right? No, Barbara.
Barbara.
Take it. If this thing becomes a problem, I will blow it up.
I'm going to be as reasonable as I can here. We can stop him from whatever progressions there would be. And with no sneeze or other way, I can bring him back as is for you. It just stops the potential for this. I just want you to know that I'm being extremely reasonable in this part. You're offering a Leshen into whatever morals you're bringing. And sure, if you want that on you, by all means. But I can actually do what I can do to make sure that he comes back. Consider what he is now perfect, with no issues. It's just to save him from having some issues, from troubles.
He would have to die in order for you to bring him back to life, correct?
Yes.
And when you bring him back to life, and he is missing the bottom half of his person, would he die again?
He would not, as long as I can double check to make sure his vital organs are still inside.
They're keeping up. The vital organs.
And
They're more
and
along for the ride.
I don't know how to regrow limbs, but I have learned enough to at least seal them.
Are we almost out of this cave?
You guys are outdoors. You guys have popped up in the woods. You can see the massive pillar of smoke. You're just south. Oh no, I'll say you pop out on a mountain cave side. Kind of looking down into the area, and because of the hallucinatory terrain that you're no longer in, it's just nothing, and then a column of smoke appears in the sky, and every now and then this wave of arcane power comes blasting out into the sky as well.
How far are we from the city?
You'll have to travel south, unless you want to haul over mountains. You'll have to travel south, cut through the pass that you cut through, and head north. You could also try venturing through cave systems. And we could also fly if we're capable of doing so. If we have the means to get the whole squad. We have a fair roster of NPCs. We got Hellovathea, we got Holic, we got Loch Ness Toke, and we've got Toril Ryx.
Is that 9 people? Am I doing math right now?
8.
And
8?
not.
Oh, and Nop.
So 9?
Yeah, if you count 9. If you count Nop.
Cool.
But if you gotta count Mop, we gotta count Darko. And you gotta count Darko, we gotta count...
If we did a short
servant
rest, if we did a short rest, Darko has poofed until I resummon.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But, you got options. You got options, and none of them are immediately very expedient, except for maybe flying. But that, if you fly, you're gonna pass by the volcanic manor, the prison that the church, the Inquisition keeps, and that's probably a no-fly space. But it's possible you can talk your way out of it.
Face, did it just kind of like move a little bit one time and stop, or is it like?
You saw it did move like one time and then stop. But if you were to keep watching every now and then, you'd see another like jarring under the skin, the bones kind of rearranging and moving about. There's now like this part above his mouth, and the nose has sunken into his face.
I would have liked to have collected his teeth, by the way.
Sure.
I collected some too.
Hazard already,
Hell yeah.
But no, it was about. You can have them too, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. If you said that, I just didn't hear it. I apologize. Yeah.
No worries. Yeah.
There's enough teeth. To
There's
go around.
there's enough.
So, if you want, I could. Him.
Toril is going to stand up. If I may. Civilization is a necessity when we have this many people living. And that means there has to be people who make sure no one shits in the well, as it were. Zito is doing his best. And we should honor that, commend him even for going above and beyond, even though we hate this man. Zito, without these self-bound fetters, is probably not someone we would ever want to meet. Am I right, Zito?
Contextually.
I don't know how that matters.
He looks at you as nobility, and kind of says, "I understand that, and I haven't had the moment yet to say it, but thank you all for coming to get me. I understand that you had other objectives, but that means you could have left me behind. I will ensure that all of House Ryix knows your names.
Like we get a cool title?
There would certainly be compensation. I don't know about a title.
Oh.
Robin's trying her best.
She's
I'm
like, I
afraid
got
that's
brother,
out of my
working towards
hands.
title.
But
Whose hands is it in?
my great uncle's.
Okay. Got it.
His name is Marshall. Marshall Ryix. He's the head of the family, and he allows. His focus is the politics and the law and the like, and he leaves the dragon rearing to my father and associates. That means somebody old out there, because homie is already like in his 50s. Maybe 60s. Helivethea. Here we go. Been waiting for this. Yes? Your pursuit of trying to help this people shows merit to your ambition. And I would offer you sanctuary amongst us. Amongst House Ryix, amongst the nobility. We can ensure that you would live in relative comfort if you could tell us a bit of what you know about the elves. And she goes, okay, well, I was hoping to have this conversation later when everyone's bellies were full and in a better mood. But I think I need part ways with you all. I have failed. And the elves will invade. And she looks at you with tears in her eyes and goes, you'll lose. The elves are going to win this war. And with the utmost respect, I think it's time I head home. I'm sorry I couldn't help pardon. Thank you for helping me trying to make the difference. But I must return to my people.
Who exactly are your people?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have your extensive wizard colleges. Seems like they're kind of in charge with the nobility. For us, it's the druid circles. So wizards are not as high up on the rung of society, but we have our societies. We have our colleges, and I must return to my professors and report on what I found about the wild hunt.
You're going back to wizards when you said your people. You meant wizards.
The elvish wizards.
Oh.
And sorry, Helvethea is an elf, correct? Great.
Came here to see if she could thwart and find some reason to spare pardon, and failed.
Because the elves are trying to invade Pardon.
The Warforged belong to the elves, and they're going to invade Pardon. Yeah.
Okay. I want to be clear. Your plan is to go back to the elves to let them know that there's no reason to save this island so that they invade.
That's why I came here, and I failed.
And then that is exactly why you are not going back.
What? She takes like a half step back.
You You go back and give them the answer, or you say, hey, I don't know. I tried to see how strong or if anybody could do anything. And you basically tell them that they have free permission to come invade because there's nothing we can do to stop the invasion. Guess what they're going to do?
They're gonna do it
Invade
anyway.
faster.
They're already en route. This has
So
been
you're going
in
back.
motion.
So whether then you say anything or not, they're going to do it.
Yeah, I thought I could
How
stop
are-
it.
What information did you need in order to stop it?
Well, I was with the Fae here. I was hoping that that would make this island more important, and it wouldn't be put to the torch.
So then just say that it's more important.
What if you talk to the wrong Fae?
Make a persuasion check. Not you, Sika. Sorry, Robin.
Guidance.
Out of V8.
Can Sika make it for her?
I need to stop hitting my head. That made me a little dizzy.
22.
Fuck.
Ooh,
22.
nice.
22.
Damn.
I got +6 to persuasion. I'm cute.
There's. What am?
If you're sorry, prove it.
I have homework. I have I have classes. What am I supposed to do? What would you do in my situation?
Do you want to help save us or do you want to damn us? Because if you want to help save us, then what's more important? Saving living human beings with hopes and dreams and hearts and souls and lives and children and siblings? Or your fucking homework?
She gets kind of quiet. But
Hell of a thing. I beg of you. Please do not make me do my job.
But
He's
it's
really
going to
good at
happen
his
whether she
job.
says anything anyways.
If she thought that she could convince them to not attack us, then there has to be a way that she can convince them not to invade this island.
I'm sorry. Why did you think that you would be a savior? That sounds fucked up. What I mean is like,
I wanted to try.
okay, I understand.
And why are you giving up?
The Fae don't care for us. They don't see us as kin. But I want to honor that 22. And she kind of sits back. And then Zito threatened her.
Yeah.
So she kind of
Threats
begins.
take the cuteness away.
she kind of nods. I'll stay for a while longer. See if we can get you home. Back to the city.
Like they were saying, maybe we just talked to the wrong Fae. There was a really nice one that I was giving candy to earlier, I think.
The
And then I
the
have this
Whimbies, the
little-
Whibbles, the Whibbles.
I don't know. There was just a little thing that was in a tree when I was sleeping, and I gave it candy. and he came by and took it.
Oh,
And then there is also the little guys that were around the I think the Whibbles. And then is my little hermit crab Fae, or is he a normal
Somehow
creature?
crab.
Dang
Let's
it.
go.
Wait, but I'm gonna point at Soren and I'm like, isn't a satyr a Fae?
They have Fey ancestry like us. And
Okay,
also
so
nods to Kazric.
I'm pretty sure this Fae right here considers me kin, so I mean you're allowed to be wrong, but you're wrong.
I'm just saying that there are, like, special count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. How many number of us? We are not the world. We alone are not the ones who can stop everything that's been happening or is probably going to happen. We can influence, maybe, I don't know, but that's not our job. My job is I'm trying to learn what I can do to help heal. Zito had the contract. Sika's looking for his people. Robin found her brother. We're not. I want expectation to go down.
This crushes her. This crushes her, and she turns. She looks like she's gonna say something biting, and then she looks to Robin. Let's go. And you see that she kind of turns her mind inwards on herself, and she kind of steels herself, and she looks around and just quietly, shoulders shaking a little bit from sobs that are being suppressed, and sets off, and then comes back because she doesn't know where we're going, and she kind of
We need to go find the witches to try and fix this, right?
One thing at a time. That's all
Okay.
we can do, right?
Yeah.
Locke is gonna kind of
Let's-
wade into the conversation, kind of go, I know a lot about the elves. Thought I was an elf at one point, but these are the good guys. If there can be good guys, if good guys could exist, it's not the elves. They're these guys. Points at Holic. And you watch his bone structure is kind of moving about. They're Leshen. They're cannibals. You serve cannibals. He's changing because he was force-fed human. That's who your bosses are. Our bosses, Lord Braylor's kind of cool. We got some people who are fucking reasonable. Your people are fucking insane. And then Toral's like, all right, kid. All right, easy.
Sika's
I
gonna
will-
clock that the face was changed and be like, can I kill him yet? Time is wasting here, and he's changing more and more.
There's a lot of things that the party can kind of head towards. One, there's an invasion coming. Maybe we return Holic to their superiors. There's the witches. There's a coven out there that Sika has a contact with that might be able to, and that's in the city of Pardon. There's putting Lord Braylor in the dirt. That's got a agreement with Zito. There's Marin to follow up with the Sunton Isle, and that's also through Lord Braylor. There's
Is Braylor in Pardon?
He's on the bridge where we started.
On the bridge.
So, and Pardon is on the other side of the bridge?
Yes.
Great.
The bridge
Okay.
connects the island of Pardon
Yeah.
to the mainland.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Wait, so are we on the Island of Pardon?
Yep.
So we're on Island of Pardon, and then we'd have to leave the Isle of Pardon to go to Braylor on the bridge.
Yep.
We have to
and
go
then
where
there's
we
the-
are right now on the island of Pardon.
Right.
There's the city of Pardon,
Got it.
and then
Okay.
that's connected to the bridge
Got
that
it.
Braylor rules over.
Okay.
And the city of Pardon has both Hollick's mother and also
Okay.
a witch.
The witch
So
that
let's-
I made connections with, yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay.
So we should go to the
The
city.
bridge.
Yeah.
Or city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The city
And
of
we
Pardon.
should go
The
back
city
in
to
the
and then the
back.
bridge.
Get to the bridge.
And we should go back in the back way we came because we were like told not to come back.
That's true,
By-
but you do have Hollick,
by this
who
guy.
told you to get out. So
I don't think at the state that Hollick is in, we would be welcomed kindly
We
back
could
into
be
the
if we
town.
consider heroes saying that we saved him from people who were torturing him.
That's fair. That's
Well,
fair. We come in as emergency. Help this dude.
there's a couple ways we could play it out.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
The first thing we have to do is make it to the city of Pardon.
But we have to get out of this Fey, half normal.
You have
Nice.
you have managed to get out of there through the lava tunnels, and now you're back out in
okay.
that kind of scarred, dusty region.
I'm just gonna let everyone know Sick is about to kill him without a permission.
That's fine.
He's just
Robert.
doing it kind of because he knew how people reacted to death when it came to Locke. So he's still in his head that people have a weird concept of death compared to him. So that's why he's making sure he's asked at least 5 times.
Robin is putting full faith that like Papa Zito and Mama Sika will do whatever is best, and she is not getting in the middle of that argument between those two.
No. Sika made his.
Zito.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Zito, make an insight check. As Sika declares that, as Shade declares that Sika's getting ready to just take care of the problem.
9.
You have no clues. Let's grab first break here. We'll be right back, chat. Fret not. I think all they heard was just a gentle one. Welcome back. Okay. So, Zito, you're very focused on explaining to Kazric the nuances, and you hear from Kazric that, because what Kazric just said, I was in the military for a little while and I left.
Well, we didn't say that, no, but yeah, that probably comes up. Just trying to understand. It's just, yeah, that's just different. Well, I don't know where you come from. The one I almost joined, I felt like I needed to know everything, and it was kind of dumb. But this, whatever, I guess. Yeah,
Sika.
this body.
And Sika just kind of gets a little closer to Hollick.
Hold that thought, Kazric. Zito to the group. Does everyone here think that this brat turning into a Leshen would put you all in danger?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, you could try blow it up, but yeah.
All the
He's put
NPCs
us
also
in-
are like,
He's put us in danger already multiple times. I almost drowned.
That is different. I don't know how yet.
Okay. She goes back to not caring.
Alright. Zito's gonna take
Teenage
a
angst.
Zito will take a dagger out. If his remaining alive puts civilians at risk, immediate harm,
starts kind of like gumming your ankle.
I'm gonna pick him up
But
and
the
just
eye
stab the
contact is
dagger in the
made.
side of his head.
And you go,
Do I know?
It did not kill him.
Do I know what might be required to like deal with things that are becoming undead?
Not an undead.
Not alive.
Sorry, to be clear, he's mutating, not an undead.
Yeah.
He is turning into a monstrosity.
Which is why I said that I thought his mother doesn't know everything because not undeath, but probably has studied
Gotcha.
to like replicate in undeath.
I would like to go up and I don't know if I have to do a medicine check for this, but to try and see if I can find where a vital organ, such as the heart, to kill it would be.
You step up, and that's kind of thrown out when you realize it's dangling under him.
Oh. I found it.
Toril goes, burn it.
I have to think if my spell would work on something that's burnt like that.
Chat says, 8th level moonbeam.
I mean, I can burn it if we want to burn him. It.
I can, as long as I can, I can heal the mortal wound, then that's all.
Wait, you're trying to heal him, or
No, to bring him back. I need to make sure his vital organs are inside his body, and that it's a mortal wound.
Sika is proposing carrying around a corpse that can be brought back later, instead of carrying along a danger, a lesson.
I mean, I can burn his head, and the brain will be inside of the skull still. I don't know if it will be.
Well, what's
ash.
falling out of his butt then?
He doesn't have a butt.
Other
What's falling
vital
out of
organs?
his hole?
His
You
heart.
said.
Intestines, innards, general viscera.
Okay, so sure, burn the whole thing. Either one's fine.
Okay. I take my hands and I like run them along like the back of both of my horns and then bring them together and cast burning hands.
I'll just
Zito.
hold him out like a pinata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly crisps.
You didn't die.
Do you need me to tell you the damage, or did you die?
No.
Okay.
No, you cook you some holic.
So, Sika is going to pull out his pack and lay out some of his bandages that he has, and kind of mend them together to make one of the giant bandage for us to put him into and roll him up nicely, so that everything just gets together.
Another thing the party learned is that the Warforged sent by the elves are in cahoots with Lady Elsro.
Who's Lady Elf? Is that
Head of the
Holic-
Thorne family and Pardon, yeah. Party
we
discovered that
learned
last
that
episode.
the Warforged are allied with her.
Yes.
Which Warforged?
Lady
100?
Elstro, yeah, the army that's on the ocean under the ocean sent by the elves. The party learned when I think it was Kazric learned it when he approached the Warforged that were being fed into the tree. Go ahead, Taylor.
Wait, so the lady that's in charge of Pardon on the Isle of Pardon is in cahoots with the army that is coming to kill everyone on the Isle of Pardon?
I have 3 different books. Did I not write this down?
What if she sent her son?
I don't
to be
remember.
part of this?
this?
I
piece of information?
did put it out there, but it was like super low key because I was slapping you guys with a bunch of information. One of them
Gotcha.
was that Lady Elsro, and that's why it's possible that's why Holic was so adamant about people not running around in these woods figuring shit out.
Oh,
okay.
to not expose his family for corrupt. But she's also gonna. She wouldn't have anything to be in charge of if it all.
This is true. What are her motives? What
She
indeed?
just quit.
Really quickly, Lady Elsro is what?
The Lady Elsro Thorne, Governor of Pardon, Lady of Pardon.
Hollick's mother.
Is with the elves and the army to move.
Which is why the Wild Hunt was such a problem. Now, how does the Church of the Inquisition feel about that? You might wonder. Do they know?
Okay. Lady Elsro Thorne, Governor of Pardon, Hollick's mom. Gotcha.
So the church that's in the Isle of Pardon, the city of Pardon, is there a main church that's underneath the lady, like that the government and church work hand in hand, or is
No.
it split there?
The Inquisition is up in the
Okay.
volcano, and at the
Okay.
base of that volcanic mountain is the city, and they are oil and water.
Okay. So we shouldn't take this to his mom because his mom is bad. We should take it to the people that are up on the volcano so that they can maybe help us with what she's dealing. She's bad and doing bad. Robin is just like trying to
Party is in smack in the middle of a lot of political intrigue.
because if we don't want a ton of innocent people to die, then we can't let her win and we can't let the elves win. So we need somebody to help.
I
and she's
have
the most powerful there.
an idea.
Yes, please go. God.
Let's save Ashfall so that he can make that decision for me.
Okay.
My LES does not include think pay.
What's an LES? Liver, intestine starts with I, spleen,
Extremities.
extremity. Okay.
Okay, so
It's-
then we have to go to. We have to find the witch that Sika knows. First.
Sure.
In the city.
Yes.
Without without people knowing that we have Hollick.
Well, someone wants. I used to look to Castrick, but like, if Castrick wants to come with me to meet the witch, and if you guys want to hold on to Hollick somewhere in the back, I'm pretty sure that we can get what we need from the witch.
You don't think she'd need to see Soren to see what's wrong?
I think we can ask her to join us out because I feel we're bringing her. I had a deal with this witch to where if we brought her dragon parts and other magical things, she would gift me with these things. But I wanted to make sure all of us benefited from it. But we have so many things that if we give it as a tip, perhaps she wouldn't mind coming out to see Hollick and helping where eyes don't.
Can I look at Toril and see Toril's reaction when Sika is mentioning that we're bringing this woman dragon parts and he is holding the dragon egg?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Good question.
Also, real quick, House Ryx, were they the Goliaths?
No. That's not even the same team. That's a
Okay.
different country.
Who are the
South of the elves.
Who are the
That's House Rot, but are
Rot,
actually
okay.
called House
Rot.
Rowett, but everyone calls them House
Rowett, okay.
Rot because of their shady decisions.
Crying.
I got an 8. Nothing good.
Okay, yeah, he stoic, keeping
Okay.
an eye on the surroundings, keeping that dragon egg close.
Okay.
Also,
Um.
real quick, this is an ashen corpse now, Hollick. You can easily carry that around without causing too much recognition.
And it's all wrapped up, I believe, by Sika.
Yeah.
Can be.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I did it. I kind of wrapped up in a very ceremonial way, as if we were taking it to be buried. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever you think is best, Sika. I think you know the person that you're gonna go see, and you know what deal you've made with them. So, however you want to approach the situation,
I know.
you just let me know.
I would just, well, if it comes to it, perhaps it would be best if only myself and one other went to go see who I'd like to see, not to overwhelm them, with so many others around, and stuff.
Robin very selfishly wants to go give the little golden thread thing that she found to that underground dragon-born
The art
thief guy. Yeah.
dealer thing.
Oh yeah. That's in
So
the city, yeah.
She's trying to be like, hey, you could go. Yeah, he's in the city.
That was on the docks.
I think his name was Cameron.
I'm looking for it. I'll
I
figure
wasn't
out,
here
but
for
that's
it.
what she wants to do.
Yeah, you get to
I
go
mean-
into a city for the first time, CB.
I totally forgot that those people from the house were there with us. When I was saying that about the dragon parts. Would it be wrong of me to also kind of check them out in their response?
Go for it.
The Bowman.
Bowman. That's right.
Cameron was
12.
the kid that brought us along on the tram.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
and
was
then
Cameron.
brought you guys through the lava
Mhm.
tubes. Bowman he worked for Bowman. Yeah.
12.
Stoic, looking around, keeping his thoughts to himself, just keeping an eye on the surroundings, not too clued into the conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to be clear. Our options bring Ashfall into Pardon to meet Witch, or somehow contact Witch to have Witch meet us here.
I can always try for that option, or we just get closer and find a secluded place, and I could always lead her back to wherever that may be.
I'm probably missing context because I kind of like left you all on that bridge.
Had better shit to do.
Is it
Fuck you
is
guys.
it pretty much? Is it a problem bringing Ashfall's brother? Right? I didn't get last name. Okay. Is it a problem bringing them into the city?
I mean, he looks kind of weird right now.
We can't really see him, especially when you take that thing off.
But we take that thing off. I don't know if,
Would
I won't be able to find him again.
Well, no,
Would
that's
you
not-
rather him be in a city or really close to the place and the people that had him stabbed with a sword and trapped in a mirror dimension?
In the city.
Okay.
yeah. So,
I would prefer not waiting.
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
What
It was-
time is it?
It is late. It is just first nightfall.
I want to be clear really quick. That wasn't Ben saying, let's stop yapping. That was Zito going, I don't like standing in one place for very long.
Yeah, you're good.
He would rather move than wait for a house call.
Why don't we, in Sika gestures to the night sky, find a secluded place just for the night, energize ourselves to back up, and head on.
Okay. The party moves about this cave, or moves alongside this mountainside until you find a very hard to spot rift in the ground, and if you crawl in there, you can find this kind of open expanse, and the party gets a long rest.
I wanted to make sure that I did tiny hut.
Okay, yeah. You put up this force field bubble, and I believe 9 people can fit in it.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, it's perfect.
And I was making sure the opaque shade is that of the mountain that we're in, so if someone was to like look, they would just think it's just regular terrain. I didn't realize you can choose its shade. That's really cool.
Yeah, you can kind of camouflage it.
Yeah.
Turn the AC on inside.
Yep.
Yep.
There is something I want to do though at night though.
Okay.
So Sika's gonna go to Robin and be like, "You're welcome to come, but I would like to try and see if I can find a way to communicate with Soren."
Soren.
Yeah.
I don't know it's gonna work, but something tells me I should at least try. So why don't we step over to a more quieter area of the bubble?
Okay.
Shimmy, shimmy.
Does he still have his like?
Yeah, he's still got the cloak on, and as you kind of sit down in front of him, there's like almost like a squinting,
The thing.
as if maybe they recognize you, but they're not sure.
Before Sika gets started, he wants to try and recognize if he feels that that strong of Fey energy that he had when he was in the astral plane, or if it's lighter.
That's strong of a what?
When Sika was dead,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned that the energies were being very conflicted by the Fey energies.
Oh yeah,
that were
you're
very
not within
prevalent.
Fey realm influence anymore.
Wonderful. Okay. Cool. Okay, so Sika is going to try and do a homebrew ritual, and he would like to stand there in front of Soren, but he's going to grip onto his necklace and call upon the energies that were inside, and he is going to recall as much as he could from the beings that were around him when he was around, the energy of the patron that was there when he holding him on, and try and communicate through the astral plane if possible with the entity.
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna help, but while Siko's doing this, I'm making a wish on a golden dandelion. I'm growing it and making a wish.
Okay.
24.
Let it work, let it work.
24. Let me change the music. You. $24. A cold ice settles within you, emanating and starting from the necklace. Soren seems to still and grow more attentive. CB, how dare you? And this, I don't know how to explain this. It feels like something massive. I'm talking I don't want to say the size of a continent, but something.
Unfathomable?
Yeah. Eldritch.
Mhm.
Is suddenly near. But it does not seem to notice you. Almost
Okay.
as if it couldn't. Because of how infinitesimally small you are by comparison.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's it. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. 19. Oh my god.
Fail.
No. What?
Roll a d6 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
6.
For the next 6 days, you suffer a minor madness as you briefly comprehend something you were never meant to fully understand as a mortal. And then that's not the part that drives you mad. What drives you mad is that goes away, but you still remember it. You're not able to retain or understand the thing you remember, and it drives you mad. And your madness will be determined now. Sorry for taking so long. I didn't expect this.
Okay. You're just causing someone who is obsessed with eldritch things to become obsessed about eldritch things. It's cool.
Roll a d100 for me.
Yeah.
For the love of God, roll low.
I'm about to say, Feff, just do me a favor and check whatever list you're looking at, because some madness tables are super ableist. So just
thank you.
Double check.
Thank you. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell
Can
yeah.
I do this with advantage?
Can you do this with a... No.
It didn't even roll out of my hand. It just slid. I'm like, yeah. So that's why I just want to see if I can roll again the other roll, but it's cool. 72.
72. Okay.
Okay. Your reaction makes me feel a bit more comfort.
I'm not sure how this would be ableist, so I do want to bounce this off of CB. I don't think it is. I think it's safe to say I'm near positive that it is not.
I believe in you.
You, Sika, feel like an unseen rabbit has it out for you.
I kind of love that.
Okay.
An unseen feral murder rabbit, like a killer rabbit, you know what I mean? Is out to get you and is very confident that it can kill you and it will eat your insides.
Did you see Annie's comment?
Yeah.
Now that's what I call madness.
There's a
Volume
distant
97.
Hi, I'm Puff.
This is a bad time to test my wild shape.
Sorry, what?
Said, is this a bad time for me to test my wild shape?
Now, here's the question. Is it unseen because it's invisible or because it's hiding and stalking him and he has yet to see it?
It's because it's not real, but he thinks it is.
Yes, but like to him.
That's a great question, Shane.
Like,
I
'cause
like the
there's two different
idea
types
That's what
of.
drives him mad.
I like the idea of something planting in that I have saw it without seeing it, and I know it's there, and the unknown noises or things like that, or like a rustle in the bushes.
the
would
paranoia.
Be like, the paranoia aspect.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Because it's two very different types of madness, of like the paranoia of a thing constantly following you versus the paranoia of a thing that's here right now, wants to kill you and you cannot see it.
I see, and onto what I know CB spoke, that's why I didn't want to see it, because people are afraid of the dark, right? So my oddness of this is that I'm afraid of what's in the dark, and that's just what's happening. I feel that would be the easiest way to make this not ableist.
I don't think that comes off as ableism.
Okay. Yeah, just being like it's like being afraid of the dark, but being afraid of the unknown. Like there's something there. I know there's something there, but I don't know where it is or what it's coming on. That's why I think anything could be it.
For the sake of educating our audience, CB, would you give us an example of some of the things that D&D gets absolutely wrong about madness and ableism and stuff there? Because this is important. I think that's a.
I mean, yeah,
I'd
of
love. I
course.
think it'd be good to have a moment to kind of talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Quick little small little tangent. I mean, it's just the idea of we try to humanize and understand that people who go through mental illness doesn't make them bad,
Right.
and then games mechanize mental illness and make it bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
does.
So then they add different layers on top of that, especially like Call of Cthulhu, things of that nature. It just gets very like, oh, what are you implying by giving someone a madness?
Right.
You're making it a negative connotation versus it just being, which is why it's really cool when people try to figure out what seeing eldritch things and that influence looks like. But yeah, no, that's really
Hell yeah.
what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So, Robin, you see a faint widening of the eyes. Sika. Sika. That bunny's always been hidden your way, and it's probably getting close.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm in the bubble. It's there in the bubble. We already have 9 things in the bubble.
Are you okay?
I'm sick.
Okay. Were you able to talk to Soren?
He tries to get his fear under control, and it's just be like, no, but I have a feeling that he knows we tried,
Okay.
and I know this may not be of any help, but I believe he's being taken care of. We just got to do our part.
Okay. Robin's gonna take out her notebook, and she's just gonna write can you read this? Tap shoulder once for a yes, and just holds it up towards Soren.
Yes.
We can talk to him if we just write on paper. So it seems like he can see.
Can I?
It's all
A little bit.
warbly. It's all wobbly, but yeah. He looks
I'm
a little
dyslexic. I get it.
He's a touch dizzy.
When I was doing the homebrewed ritual with no guidance in that sense, would Soren have noticed? I don't know what his vision is where he is. Would he have seen the necklace? Does the necklace give him any you know how a lighthouse does through fog? Because of that connection, does that do anything for him? No.
No, you're dipping your toes into some stuff that's gonna take some work.
Got it. No. Hey, this was fun. I wanted to see if I could do this, and I tried. Okay, so I was like, so Sika goes to Rob. I was like, just tell him who's here. Tell him who's here with us, so he knows. And if there's an issue, and say so this is who we are with, and is there an issue with anyone? Tap shoulder.
Okay.
Soren seems to take in the party. Notes the elf. Notes Helivethea. Helivethea notes him.
I put the amount of taps next to each name so I know exactly who's the problem.
Yeah. Shakes his head.
Okay. Just turning a page. Lady of Pardon working with elves to kill Pardon.
Seems very surprised.
Do we take you to what's the religion on the volcano?
The Church, Inquisition of the Stormfather.
Inquisition of Stormfather? Question mark, question mark. No. Okay.
Fuck them gods.
I can only ask yes, no questions. Just like,
It's
do
like,
we go home?
I would like to hold up the Rupert's drop and say, can you ask him if he can help us break this?
Can you help us break this?
Yes? No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Make an insight check at disadvantage, the both of you.
Okay.
That's a 3, and that's an 18, so 6.
19.
Not
It's either
him,
14 or 15.
but he is a mage breaker, and he belongs to a faction that that would be good at something like this.
You know, the fact that it's been a couple episodes and no one brought up mage breakers breaking magic things.
Oh, right. Do we take you to Mage Breakers?
He's gonna try his damnedest to wrap the mirror cloth around the pencil and write. He's gonna try his damnedest. The DC for this sleight of hand,
Guidance. Boop.
nice, is gonna be 19.
Can we
Oh,
assist him? Like, can we hold his hand to try and make him
You
more
can't
stable?
cast guidance on him. You can't cast magic. You can't heal him.
Can I paint the pen metallic with my disguise self kit?
Shit, yeah.
Hey!
Yeah,
Big
that would
brain.
Mirrored quill. And mirrored outside of book.
work. Okay, yeah, perfect. It's very hard to read because he thinks he's writing normally, but his vision's so distorted that you have to be like, follow it, you know?
Are the letters mirrored?
Yeah.
Let him
Yeah,
write.
that's
I'll
cool.
read it. Let him write. I'll read it.
Don't know who to trust.
Okay.
Okay.
Things are complicated.
Great.
But
Do you know how we get you out? Sorry. Continue writing. She like sits back down. She's like, I will wait.
I can't believe you came to get me.
Of course I came to get you.
He's hurt hugging you. And he shakes a little, returns to the pen eventually. Coven could work. Them witches are good at curses.
Okay.
So we go to my friend.
Yeah. That
I
sounds
don't-
like that's the right plan.
Yeah, don't trust the Lady of Pardon
Okay.
or her son. Double underline. Son's
Oh, question.
son's
Should
a
we?
stank bitch.
So, Sickle will be like, write down, should we leave him dead or bring him to his mother's
That's a y'all call.
foe?
That's a y'all call.
Okay.
This is what, okay.
You know,
Yes,
you guys
that's
have more
opinion.
context than he does.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
He
So,
was,
we'll figure
to
that out.
recap, he was sent here to check out some weird shit going on with the Weirwaves and got.
And got
So he doesn't trust the people who sent him. He doesn't trust the
Cool.
people he found there. He's a bit destructured, I guess the word is, disillusioned of
For sure.
of people in charge in general.
Okay.
But there is a moment of I recognize you too, Sika.
Wait,
And
you
Zito.
said you didn't.
Right.
But Robin starts looking confused because she is convinced that Sika does not know her brother.
Feff, what did you say? I couldn't hear the last part.
He recognizes you and Zito.
And Zito?
Yeah.
Just
Zito, he says, good to see you again. Glad you're okay. Hope you've been well. To Sika, he says, it's been so long. I hope what little I was able to teach you has been helpful.
I just want to say really quickly that Kadrik's would have pulled Zito out of the bubble while this is happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we haven't got to it yet, but yeah.
Okay.
Sika kind of mentioned at the beginning that this was more or less just like a private thing with him, Thorne, and Robin. So I just assumed Zito, or like nobody else was actually involved in this.
Sika will smile and then write down. It's like, it's allowed me to learn there's even more than what I thought there was more of. And I can't wait to share that with you.
Wait, Sika.
Don't be so eager. Taylor?
Wait. And like Robin's watching this interaction between Sika and Soren. And I even have it here. Sika knows Soren, ? Sika confused Robin by using a lot of names in order to distract her. And she's gonna be like, when I asked if you knew my brother, you didn't.
You never gave me a name, so of course I would not know who your brother was.
I've said his name so many times.
I did not connect at all.
Insight check, Robin. Sika, make a deception check.
Oh no. What am I doing? Insight? Gosh, dang it. 12?
20. Dirty, sorry, 30, 20.
So Robin at 17, like most girls, are experiencing her first gaslighting incident.
No!
Yep.
And she's gonna be like, oh.
No, I will say that Soren points at you, Sika, accusingly. Tell the truth.
But Robin's gonna believe Sika, and now she's gonna go to Sika's defense, just like I've done before. And I'm gonna be like, no, sometimes I hide your name, sometimes I call myself Ash. Like I get it, maybe I never did say it.
Honestly, it's okay. It was just trust is a fickle thing.
Sika, Soren stands up and points at you angrily.
Sika's head goes down like a little bit of shame, and that's why he's like starts like talking to Robin about it to be like, you. Sorry, and it's just like trust is something that is very fickle, and despite your kindness, that doesn't mean trust. And there's certain things that we all go through that makes it so that I couldn't reveal. I couldn't say what it was. I couldn't let you know that I knew him in those senses. I just wanted to help because unfortunately it helped me.
Wait, are you owning up to
Oh yeah, Soren scolded. Sika. Yeah, Soren scolded Sika. That's why he's letting you know, letting Robin know.
Oh.
I did know who your brother was. I know who your brother is, and then and before I did. I just hope you can understand that to not possibly hurt myself, I had to keep some things quiet.
Robin's gonna look up at Sika, and she's gonna just go, "Don't fucking talk to me," and she's gonna walk away.
You are alone in a bubble. With a couple
go
of
sleep in a
snoozing
tree.
NPCs. Zeno, Kazarick.
As this stuff started to happen, time happened as we walked and got to this point. Kazarick would have been like looking at that vial and looking at his object and having like weird conversations with Reggie that he would have been saying out loud, and Reggie would have just been being Reggie. But eventually, get to a point where he goes, Zeta.
Yeah.
Go with me really quickly. Also, this is weird. I don't know what's happening here. Looks at before things happen. Let's go out there away from.
Well, Kazrick, you see, when a man loves a man.
Wait, what? Pulls him out. Gets enough distance away from the tiny hut, not just to not eavesdrop, but also for very specific reasons.
You can't hear anything anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
He knows but doesn't. Druids don't get tiny hut, so he doesn't say it often. There's probably some bards. Either way, he
Running the circle. Sorry.
Actually, no. I think 2024 has a nature bard, and
cool.
it's a unearthed arcana, I think. Either way, sorry. Pulls him out and just says, "I've been doing some thinking." You like see his notebook has a bunch of scribbling on like multiple pages. And if you look at it closer, you see there's a bunch of equations that don't make sense. Until one is circled like heavily.
Even if they did make sense, they wouldn't make sense.
Of course. And he goes, "So you're mentioning your life stuff." And I was like, "I don't know how to harness that. That's not really my forte. I guess blow shit up." But then thought about you, and again, your blood, and this is like part of life essence. It's physically. And I realized I guess needed to harness this, potentially to like unlock that aspect in an explosive way. I think I need to test it on you.
You want to throw a bomb at me?
Mm-hmm. But you have that magma thing, and you probably won't hurt. But it probably won't hurt.
I mean, that's fine. You can just throw a bomb at me.
No, I don't want to. You're not made of metal. Your limbs can still blow off. I think. Are you made of metal?
Have not yet.
You ready to just like start hitting your knee?
Rock hard abs, but not metal.
Fair. I mean, funnily enough, Kazrick also has rock hard abs.
This is true. Three jacked men and an anime protagonist walk into a bar. That's you, Taylor. You're the anime protagonist.
Kazrick, I truly appreciate the caution with which you are treating this situation, but if my limbs were prone to being blown off, they would have been blown off by now.
I might need to harvest some of your bone then. Well, or maybe a tooth. I don't know. You don't have an extra tooth, do you?
Well,
teeth are like the hardest
one of
substance
mine.
in your body. So if your bones can't break, your teeth definitely can't. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry, I got into experiment
What's
brain.
the mission at hand?
Right now, blow you up, respectfully. But more importantly, I think you need when you blow up, or when blows up happening around you, I need to see if you get siphoned. I need to see if using your blood as a catalyst allows the reactionary aspect of what I do to be influenced in a way and thus siphon life essence. I think it's the only way I could do it like this. I think I probably need constant access to your blood, specifically yours. Anyway, can I blow you up?
Understood the first part of that where you said you wanted to throw a bomb at me.
That's fair. Well, just say it's 10. He like tries to like move you over like one step. And, like kind of calculates and make sure it's not going to like affect the tiny hut or anything like that. And okay. And he like scurries back. And you're like, you're ready?
There's a moment where you're about to throw the bomb when Robin comes out in a huff, and you're like, kind of moves in between the two of you and finds a tree.
We'll unpack that later. Ready?
Hit me.
Okay. I'm gonna like prime it and yeet it.
Okay.
And as it gets thrown, obviously it's a bomb. It hits, but there's almost a red mist that forms around because of the blood that's connected to it, and it almost sprays around. And technically, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Now he's high, so it might succeed, but we'll see. Don't succeed.
It was a 6 on the die, and I have a +7, so 13.
Hey, it doesn't! Yay! As Zito gets hit, one doesn't feel like much because do you have immunity or resistance to fire with your magma thing on?
Oh, the magma cloak gives me immunity to fire.
Great, that is great.
But you
otherwise
gave
I
that
have
back
vulnerability.
to Toril.
Dragon Rider cloak.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
We will get those. That's a bingo. Getting them mixed up. Because that happens a lot. Great. And let me just roll a d4 really quickly. Sorry. 3. Oof. As this throws and explodes, the fiery outburst and impact does nothing to you, thankfully. But you suddenly start to feel yourself get very fatigued in a way that is not. I guess how does it feel normally when you expend your hit dice for Zito?
For Zito, usually when Zito expends his hit dice, he's doing it while raging. So it's a thing that he feels like after the rage. It's very much just like a wave of like a heavy wave of exhaustion that hits him, and the recovery doesn't go back up. If 10 is like fully unexhausted, he only gets back up to like 8.
Then I think for a moment there's a rush of fatigue and exhaustion as it gets siphoned from you, and then what's left is a mote of something. Literally gets like almost like crumpled dirt or something, but it has that red glow. And he like scurries over, like looks at it. How you feel? Oh, that's 3 hit dice you need to take away.
Okay. I feel sort of like I just fought a battle. But
So it worked?
Is the moat you're holding that has my life essence in it now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I Zito would probably have some level of life essence sensing, so he would be able to like look at it and be like, it appears as though it has worked.
Now I get to figure out what I can do with this. Unless you want this back. I don't know how can you like siphon it back like
Well, I have not actually attempted to siphon it from another creature. Maybe if I hit them hard enough, I can.
you want to hit
Either
this?
way.
Oh.
You want me to punch that?
I don't know. It has life stuff in it if you need it. If it's like currency or something.
I mean, I suppose it is sort of currency that you and whatever god you believe in have agreed upon.
I guess I'm just saying, like, I could probably harness this, but like, if you need it back, but we have learned that it does work. We figured out we can extract it. Now I need to figure out if I can use it after the extraction. That's experiment number 2. So I would like to use this, but if you need it back, I will respect your wishes.
Oh, no, you can keep that. I'll just take a nap.
You just get life essence back after napping, I guess. Oof.
Well, you know how you spend a long day and you feel kind of tired.
Yeah.
But then you rest and you don't feel tired. Well,
Yeah.
Using your life essence is sort of just like taking out a loan when it comes to your daily expenditure of energies.
We should talk more about this, because this is a very fascinating concept. One I never really thought about. I wonder why the druids don't do this more often. If we can just harness ourselves, we are nature. We're natural. We can just harness ourselves. Imagine the power we can.
Something
Oh, I
clicks
don't
for you, Kazric.
Have to imagine.
Something clicks for you, and it's found in the tome. It's found in the tome that you got off of Locke's body. Robin, if I remember correctly, you got the tome from him, and you did show Kazric, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we all read it. Yeah.
What happened to the crystal? Oh, he lost it. Never mind. He lost it.
No.
Oh, he lost the healing crystal.
I was gonna say, unless you
But
as
he
a
had the other
DM are
one.
saying it was lost, I don't think it's lost. I think it's been. I think
Yeah, I think you
Kazric
got
has
it.
it.
I think you
I think
had
Kazric
it.
has it. I'm
Okay.
I
like,
think, yeah. I
Okay.
think Kazric took, like, body stuff and I took, like, pocket stuff.
yeah.
Okay. You find I believe it was the blue crystal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You pull. I got you, Shane. You pull the blue crystal out, and immediately the bit you've got of the hit die essence begins to dissolve as the crystal naturally begins siphoning it. And that's where we're gonna go to break. We'll be right back. There was a pause and then all right, we back, baby. Okay.
He's
The
a
night. What's that?
You're a bitch. I was so excited. I like took my air out of my lungs. I'm like, oh. No, he's the best guy. He's a great guy.
The night continues, and I'll say during Robin's watch, from your vantage point up in the tree, you do note when the illusory terrain in the distance goes down.
Oh.
And
Oh
what
my
you
gosh.
see is rough. The scorched earth might be the proper term to use. You don't see the castle.
Oh, no.
You should be able to see the castle from here. You don't see a castle. You see lights every now and then of people throwing fireballs or calling. You see moonbeams here and there. You know, just various parts of petering out battles. The singular ship is still over the husk and is like sitting in the pillar of smoke. The sky ship.
Yeah.
And
Gosh, I want to steal that thing.
ooh.
So bad.
And eventually things start to peter out, and the ship begins to lift, turn, takes off
Which direction?
towards the city of Pardon.
Of course.
Okay. Awesome. Great.
Yeah, it just kind of shoots overhead and out of sight past the mountain.
She's gonna get her long rest, but she is going to have a fitful rest, and not a
Full of huffs and puffs.
full of huffs and puffs. She is not a happy camper tonight. She's gonna wake up grumpy.
Okay. Morning comes.
What happened with the crystal?
What did you do? It absorbed it.
It
absorbed
okay.
it.
Oh, then he has been studying that all night.
Okay.
Going, what is this?
So, as we've determined, and Locke is able to fill in some information as well, he also had that conversation with you about the crystal and how it's, He reinforces that the only person who can tap it and draw from it is the person who has invested more than half of the energy that's stored in it.
Yeah.
That's not him. For this blue crystal. He's not that guy. He stole it from that guy. Thylo's father. Zito, Ben, what's Thylo's father's name? Off the top of my head, I don't have it. Thrannagar. An individual named Thrannagar. An artificer of a kind who worked for the elves and was hiding within the nobility of Whistlen. Or not the nobility, just hiding amongst the country of Whistlen before he was taken by the Chained Circle. Locke was there when they broke him out and lifted a few things and got out of there.
So the questions I would love answers to, if possible. One, could Kazric ascertain how much energy is in the crystal right now?
Nope, you're not sure. Okay, let's make an Arcana check. Let's
Okay.
see if we can pick this apart.
Listen, this is his job. Okay, let's see. I don't trust gay dice right now. So I'm not gonna do it.
This is not a gay matter.
Gay matter.
This is about science.
That is a 16.
I don't know. I'm just making sure.
Actually, well, Reggie would help. Yeah, Reggie, this is what we do. We do study buddy today. That's the 18 on the die. That is 24.
Heck, okay. This thing is chock full of power. You're not sure what would happen if a limit was exceeded, but it can't be good, right? Best case scenario, it just wouldn't absorb if it was at max. And the fact that it did absorb implies that it's not at max, but there is some serious power stored already in this thing. Locke goes on to explain that damn it, I'm sorry, Ben, what was the name? Thrannagar. I'm writing it the fuck down. I'm sorry. All right, Thrannagar.
I'm writing it down too, so I'm like, wait.
Thrannagar was held captive by the Chained Circle and secretly discovered what he called electricity in the crystal. Locke explains, it's like lightning, but like smaller, I guess. And the notes that you have, you start making breakthroughs that Thrannagar never did. Hit die essence, life essence. You start learning about life essence and how it cooks based off of what you've discovered with Zito. Zito, how do you feel about Kazric kind of piecing together bits and that it applies to something from this realm that you're not from?
I probably wouldn't. Zito probably wouldn't read too much into it because the way that he understands life essence is just that, like, every living thing has life essence. So to him, it would just kind of make sense that stuff exists that can harness it, regardless of whether or not there are people here that can or cannot. But the only thing that would like pique his curiosity is like the crystals very clearly are natural. The crystals themselves. What has been done to this one with the electricity, maybe that's man-made or whatever. But the piquing of curiosity is whether or not there are people here that truly understand what it is they are doing with these crystals, or if this is just kind of like, if I touch it, this happens, and not so much like they like we know the Wright brothers made a plane that flew, but they didn't know why it was flying. Type of thing.
I got you. It does kind of seem like that. There is it does seem like maybe Kazric and Thrangar were the first educated minds to put their will to figuring this out, and everyone else is kind of like, ooh, magic thing, you know? Why question it? It works. You need diamonds to resurrect someone. Sure. Why wouldn't this work? You know?
Yeah. There's also like Zito would probably be, at the very least, very skeptical meeting Thrangar if that ever happened. Because he would have learned on his island and his pain the history of the first guy who learned about harnessing life essence was just a wizard who wanted to learn everything and to become the most powerful, and he immediately used it against everyone that he knew to take over an island.
A kingdom.
Yeah. So now there's like, well, am I now seeing the first... Am I watching the shit that I learned about from 50 years ago
Repeat.
in real time? And if that's the case, how did they let a nerd get that powerful?
But dawn breaks.
I think it's like, yeah, it's intriguing, but he's not like worried, because at the time when the first guy did it, nobody else kind of knew, and Zito's like, I know
Kazric,
what this is.
there's something big beginning to grow in your mind, in your ideas. Something helpful, potentially. But the path to it, you understand, would be wrought with discoveries that could be abused for malicious intent. And you don't know who else has figured this kind of thing out. You know that people are figuring out tier 2 crystals. You know crystals exist, and in their tier 1 state, give healing back to the person who has the most power stored within it. But an artificer got a hold of one, and with science and magic changed it, and then theorized that there's a lot of different things you could do to a crystal to get different results aside from electricity. But this was his magnum opus. But there's a third tier, because, and that makes perfect sense to you. It just locks into place. You don't know what that would look like. You don't know what it'd be capable of, but
yeah, I think Kasric has been probably just staring at this crystal for a long time, and then like suddenly he'll get an idea and start writing it down, and then he'll look back at the crystal, and then he'll get another idea, and then he'll write it down. And I think mostly he's trying to ascertain. He knows that this Thrandagar person is the current owner of this crystal. Are they still alive? Does that matter for crystals when it comes to nature? Like, he's just trying to figure out how he can start to harness this crystal. Not for him, at least, not for nefarious means, but he can't do any other understanding until he can understand the crystal symbiotically. And he can't do that yet. But until then, he's going to just really start to notate how the essence of someone's spirit, life, soul, ether, whatever, suddenly is a prime component for these crystals that aren't understood. That's what he's just like, huh, okay. But yeah, he does that until he sleeps, and then gets up.
Light shines into the tiny hut, the force field bubble, and rises the party. Robin, you were up a little earlier, and you're like, it's a beautiful day. I was lied to.
Yeah, she's also like, she's itchy from the bark. She's sniffly from the pollen. Like, she's missing. She does not like this clean air. She wants like the smell of the city.
She's outside of the city just all nature? Is that the park to you?
Yeah, she's not happy. She has slept outside in the park in a tree instead of her rooftop. She is in a mood.
I'm so excited.
She's gonna come down from the tree, and whoever the heck had coffee last that she saw, she's not asking. She's going into their bag and grabbing coffee and making coffee.
I think
So that's my bags.
She's going into Sika's bag and taking Sika's coffee.
Sika, you wake up to a disgruntled Robin rifling through your stuff.
No, I sleight of hand that shit. I'm a rogue.
Oh, roll stealth.
Best believe I don't get caught.
Against Sika's passive perception.
21.
Your passive perception is 21?
Yes.
That's fine. My stealth, I rolled a 22. Suck it.
You wake up, Sika, and your coffee is gone.
Oh, damn.
And she just has a mug.
Then he goes through and he's like, oh well, pulls out the beer mug. Starts drinking the beer mug.
looks over at Zato. Is this when we unpack it? It feels like
Zito just wakes.
oh yeah, absolutely. Just like no. Anywho,
What do you mean unpack it?
remember and they like walk. Never mind.
So are we getting out of this freaking nature or not? Can we go? Are we done? Can we go
Now
back
would
to
be
town?
the time to pack it. We should pack everything so we can leave. I don't understand.
No. Do they really not?
just Shane going, oh. You thought I didn't notice, but I heard it. It was gold.
Never mind.
Robin hates nature. Mark it on your bingo boards.
Nature and Catric's literally like, hey now, hold on. Currently eating a leaf. Like, nature is good for the bones. Dino is prime. I still need. Do you have any weak? I still need weak teeth.
Jesus.
All you want.
Fair news, right?
Not right now. Just like if you like get punched one day and it falls out. I would like to harness for scientific, for alchemical.
Ethically harvest.
Kasric, lick something.
I didn't lick anything. I ate it.
Oh, unchecks from bingo.
When everyone's getting ready, though, I'm just going to be preparing my bardic heroic inspiration for everyone.
Okay.
Is everyone still here?
Sika never left
No
the
one-
bubble. There's
no
a
one has
rabbit
left.
out there.
Surprisingly, there's a rabbit out there somewhere.
I hope Robin never figures that out because she's gonna torture you with that shit.
I hope Robin does figure it out.
Anytime there's like shadow places or rustling in the bushes, you just see Sika like,
Surprising everyone but Robin, Hellevathea is still here. And is also a bit grumpy. Because their ideals and worldview is being actively changed.
Robin offers Hellevathea some of her coffee while just staring at Sika.
Thank you, dear. Hands it back.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Zito would clock. Robin has attitude
Yeah.
towards Sika, and he would just
That's funny.
Yes!
That is actually funny. Vito's showing comical emotion.
it's tough for Sika because he normally would just not even give a fuck at all.
Zito is
I love
definitely
that.
a little bit more chipper today after thinking that.
Your back's a little straighter, your chin's a little higher. I think it's
man.
Sika would be unaired, but Shade would be like, they're mad at me! And we're not. We love you. Oh, it's good. All right, so we set out.
Well, what a beautiful morning, gang.
It is. Sika's actually feel like really good for reasons that haven't been verbalized. And so, yeah.
Taylor, Soren is able to work with gloves only and gives you your cape back and is nearby as floating mirror gloves.
Oh, great. Cool. Cloak back on.
He is able to take the gloves off, and it's just scary for everybody involved, including him, and so he keeps the gloves on.
Yeah. There's also that like split second that like Robin for half a second goes, he's naked. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh. Oh, man.
We've got a long way to go, gang. We better start walking now.
Robin's going.
Do we want to take the known route or risk the tunnels?
I want to do the known route.
Known route.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Big words, Robin, who rolled a 97 on that deal. Oh, no, big words, Sika, who rolled a 32. I forgot high was good and low was bad in this case.
What?
Sika.
I.
I know, buddy. I know. You can blame the dice.
If there's a friggin' rabbit,
I swear to God.
There is, but it's in your head.
Damn.
There is, but only you know it with the whole of your conviction for another 5 days.
No.
But as we're going, various things that were put into motion by the Fae are no longer in the control of said Fae. And so there's some stuff that kind of happens as the party is going along. Sika, with your crazy high passive perception. Does anyone here have alert and can't be surprised?
I'm just good with traps.
Oh,
I
goody.
have advantage made to avoid and resist traps.
Yay!
I think I also have that. Nop has keen smell, so if it's a smell thing, he would
Nop
smell it out.
has a moment of, and Sika, you look up because you are quite perceptive as many severed hands have grouped up to become one big hand and leaps on you like a spider from on high.
Oh, not the creepy hands again.
Roll initiative! As this thing hits him. And Sika, yep. You need a strength saving throw.
You stop it.
You rolled a 32. You can blame
Wait,
the
I have
dice.
to beat a 32?
No.
No, that's why
when
you're
we
the
all
one
rolled
being
D100s, that's
Oh,
finally
okay.
coming around to bite you in the butt.
15.
15. You are restrained, pinned to the ground by a swarming, clawing mass of hands and fingers, grabbing a hold of your eye. You know, like not your eye, but like one of the fingers like digs into your eye socket and like starts pulling you to the side from the inside of your eye socket. You are down and flummoxed, to say the least. You barely
am I
saw
able
it coming.
And so I can't react, like not react, but like do something before
No, it got the
initiative?
jump on you. But we do roll initiative. It managed to do that as we go into initiative.
We're not just going to bypass Feff describing something, grabbing someone's eye socket, and pulling. That
I've done it.
is painful.
I have IRL
What?
done that before. Yeah, well, the eye moves. The eye gets out of the way.
That's some white people shit because that's wild.
It was life or death.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm so sorry. I overshared. I apologize. I just flashbanged the audience.
They're fine. I rolled Nop's initiative separate. Do you want me to give you his separate initiative, or do you just want him to go?
No, I wanted to go on your turn. Unless
Okay.
you particularly would like to. I think it's easier for everyone involved if our pets and our familiars and all that kind of just went on their turns. Because then you can hold an action to do it. You get more control. You can hold your action until later in the turn rotation, you know what I mean? But this way it keeps everything baseline easier to keep track of, and then from there we can convolute it as much as we like. We got an 8 from Zito and an 8 from Robin. Robin's got the higher dex. I am near positive.
I have an 8 as well.
You got what's your dex?
What?
1.
Okay, 1. Zito and Sika rollies for second place.
I have advantage on initiative rolls too. I rolled a 6 and a 7.
Kastrick at the lead
20.
with a 13.
I got 20.
I rolled a 10 on my rollies.
Okay, then it will be Kastrick, Robin, Sika, and Zito. Let's see where our hand swarm fits in at the bottom. All right, so you guys have a full round.
Couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
One. Where are we? Are we in like the
You're in the
forest
forest.
area?
Yeah, you've you haven't gotten straight to the pass yet that where you guys saw the golden dandelions, but we're en route.
Is it pretty tight, or is it kind of?
It's a little more open. It's a little more open in this
Okay.
case. You can see the mountainside to the north of you, which would, I guess, be on your left. And just kind of thick foliage, but not a lot of scruff. The trees aren't too close together here. It feels a little more natural than Fey at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And should we
Is the music too
have
loud?
established like a marching order?
I'm on the ground driving.
I think
I
it
know you are.
pounced into your midst, so the party is a little grouped around the issue, than in a line. If you guys really want to do a marching order, we absolutely can. I'm all for it.
I mean, because it's theater of mind, it probably won't matter. But I like my brain likes to have.
Yeah, let's say like earlier, Kazric kind of coming up the rear, because we didn't switch it up at all, with Robin in lead because they struck out. So Sika would be in front of you, Zito, and Sika just goes, down. Just as Nop goes, starts looking around. That's the only big cat noise I can muster, by the way. Everything else sounds like a dog. Music's a little overwhelming. All right, big bet, thank you. Oh, I did just turn it down, so let me know if it's still overwhelming.
Hellevathea, Locke, and Thorne.
Spread out, but also around. Toril goes, "Not again!" and starts moving away. Locke just pulls a knife real fast, and Hellavithea is not able to do anything because they're not in the, it's not their turn. But Kazric is up first.
Which is silly with the 13. I was I think he's like still looking at the crystal as he's walking and just hears Sika's high-pitched squeal. Looks up and sees the writhing mess. But then
Welcome in, thanks for the raid.
there's a chance. Gets things together. Wait, crap. Zeno, I need you. I need blood.
Just stabbed in the back. You put in one of those like sappers for trees.
A spile.
So bad. No, because I think I'm assuming all of the blood from the before probably got used in the thing, so he doesn't have any left. And he's just like,
There's blood in Sika's pocket from the body he's supposed to bury.
that doesn't matter. He thinks it's connected to the person who can harness life essence. And he goes, take it. Sika, don't die. Give me blood. And I'm going to just make a normal bomb. It's not a special bomb. It's a normal one because I wasn't prepared. Blood next time. He's gonna prepare that.
That's fine, but after this, I have to teach you how to do it with your own.
No, I need yours. No. And he's about to throw, but then he goes, wait, take some of it out so it doesn't hit Sika with my bonus action. And then eat. That's going to be. That a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Is that something like that? Yeah, that was low. Okay. What am I looking at? Math. Oh, I'm not going to do anything special, but right now, I don't know.
What up, dummies? Good to see you, friendos. Hope you're well. Welcome in.
9, 19, 23. Let's pump a few of the small into it.
Oh.
So 27 points fire damage.
How many?
27.
Okay. Alrighty.
And because it's been siphoned a bit, with my bonus action to empty some of the explosive material, it doesn't have a blast radius, so Sika will not get hit by it.
Okay. Excellent. Robin.
And I'm just gonna like look over at Zito and just like he's just gonna wait for the
Blood bag.
blood. I request blood, please.
Blood, please.
Please, may I have some more?
Please, sir, give me some blood. Robin marching in front hears the wow go down, and like instinctively she's gonna just spin around, and like in the half a second she sees what's going on, she's gonna summon Darko right above where the hands are. So kind of like from the turn, she throws her hand up and this huge hellhound just comes from the sky. And I'm summoning it from above, so that Sika doesn't have to make the roll. So I need a dex saving throw from the circle of hands.
These are the hands from before.
14.
14 fails. You got me to 15. They are going. Oh, that was such a bad roll. 8 fire damage just from Darko being summoned. And Darko is in the fight. I am going to do something that she knows these hands are kind of weird, and she wants to try and figure out how she can help as she can. So she's gonna use her Master of Tactics bonus action.
Okay.
Where I can use the help action. Where to do? Wait, what is it? When you use the help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you, and if it can hear it to you. I'm gonna use the help action, and I'm gonna kind of like throw out one of my ropes, and I'm gonna try and wrap it around the hands in order to like steady it and start pulling on like a wrist one way.
It is a swarm of hands making a big hand.
Oh, I'm pulling on that pinky finger. I'm yanking that pinky finger of the hand. I like lasso it as a help action, just to give image to the help action.
Okay, I like it.
So that when Zito comes in here with a big fist, he has help.
I like it.
And I'm gonna hold to my spot. I'm not gonna use any movement.
All right,
That'll be
Sika,
my turn.
you are suffocating.
Cool. So like they're choking my throat.
No, they're getting in there.
Oh, they're getting in there.
They're
Okay,
like
so
crawling
Sika
down
starts,
your throat.
So Sika starts having like a little bit of a panic attack, muffles and screams, and what would have been the sound of like "get off me," hopefully would have what he would have been trying to say while things were getting through.
Yeah.
And as his arms were flailing, his arms like span out to sight, but when they slam on the ground, the gusts of wind and song just burst out of him as he becomes like the essence of wind and music. And so he unknowingly casts a gust barrier on himself, and so that means that disadvantage for range attacks are on him now, and any melee attackers who successfully hit me must make a Constitution saving throw against my spell DC, or they're flung 10 feet away from me and prone.
Okay, excellent. They're currently on you. Does it happen on cast as well?
That's all it says.
Okay, then it does not happen on cast as well.
Yeah, so he's just kind of like freaking out.
It goes from a bunch of grabs to a bunch of like trying to hold ons. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they're held onto each
like
other.
The wind and song.
Yeah.
Just gonna like flying over his
Now
body
the question is, can you cast that without being able to talk?
If not, I still would be able to because I have.
Subtle cast?
Yeah.
Burn it. Assuming there's vocational
Oh,
components.
it says components S, so I'm assuming.
Oh no, semantic. You're good.
Semantic.
No,
Okay,
no,
cool.
no verbal components.
Yeah, because it says when their arms open up is when it happens.
Got you.
So.
Got
Yeah.
you. I like it. Is it your turn?
I can't really do anything else. He's panicking, so yeah.
Zeta. And then me.
Yes.
Did we learn anything about these hands when we ran into them the first time?
The first time you ran into them, you were able to determine that there was like vile magic involved. Heightened sense of danger from them, but no, you did not get a lot of details.
Okay.
There were some rings on a couple of the fingers, but
Right. Okay. Do I see rings?
yeah, you see a few rings here and there on the fingers.
I don't think the rings were really indicative of anything other than the fact that we might have recognized one or two, but
You were able to determine that it wasn't a nobility sigils on the rings.
Right. Okay. So Kazric is next to me asking for my blood.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
and then Sika's on the ground underneath a pile of hands that are just hanging on at this point.
Okay.
I was asking for.
Yeah,
He didn't actually
he's
blow
still
them
down
up.
and restrained. The wind is
Okay.
into play, and they're not able to do anything until it's their turn. So they're just like hanging on, and losing
Gotcha.
their
Okay,
grip slowly, potentially.
I think Zito would for sure. First thing is get eyes on Helivethea to make sure that she's not going to run away.
Okay. You turn and lock in on Helivethea. Helivethea is very alarmed at this swarm of hands forming an even bigger hand on top of Sika. And make an insight check for free.
Cool. Thank you. I have. Oh, a +2.
Your
All right.
22 persuasion check, Taylor, is going a long way.
Good.
I have inspiration
Hey.
from you from last time because I carried what's his face like a briefcase. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that is so much better.
You also
That is a
select all of mine.
17 insight.
17 insight. What'd you say, Shane?
I was just reminding they all have mine as well too.
Oh, yes. Thank you. The heroic inspiration. Or champion's inspiration, something like that.
Heroic inspiration.
Heroic inspiration.
Wait, when did
Mazel
we
tov.
get that?
At the beginning of
at
this day.
breakfast.
Oh no, Robin didn't drink your stuff. She didn't.
No,
toast
you
at
didn't
all.
drink it. If you just heard the song, you.
Oh dang it!
Yeah.
Oh
She's
no,
like, I don't
the
want
buffs.
anything from you. No.
Oh no, I'm gonna make you do better things.
Taylor wants it. Robin doesn't.
There is Helivethea is going through a breakdown of societal norms, of what she understands to be the true shape of the world. And as you know, she is not a fighter. She is not a aggressor. She tries to take the path of least resistance, the path of least combat every time. And that is on the tipping point of changing in this person.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'll give Kazric some of my blood.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to rule it. Just like cutting my hand with a dagger, like action, bonus action. I'm not being careful about it. I'm just
You
kinda...
cut yourself last time and you licked the wound. I will say for free, you can just dig your nails into your palm and open that wound back up.
Gross. I'll do that.
Just, hey Arthur, clench. This is an old den beam.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll just I don't know, give Kazric a high. If he's holding whatever, I'll high five him with the blood or something. I don't.
He just needs a
And
couple
then-
of drops.
Yeah. I'll run up. I will try to pull Sika away.
You lean into the wind. One of the hands. And you reach down and grab a hold of him, and you can see one of his eyes kind of bugging out a little bit, and it looks bad. You can see the severed wrist protruding out his mouth. And you reach down, you grab a hold of him, and you heave. Make a strength check.
Strength check.
Okay.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics. What were you saying, CB?
Nothing, just being dumb.
All right, you're handsome.
23.
23.
I am good at one thing.
It's raining severed hands, gang. As the wind ejects these things into a, what was it, a 20-foot radius?
10 foot
10
radius.
foot. Hands go
prone.
everywhere. And Sika, you are pulled from the mass of writhing hands of that swarm of severed hands.
Oh.
And you manage to breathe.
And
Awesome.
while I'm doing it, Zito will say, "Here, let me give you a hand."
Nice.
So you could just be like, You thought that was funny.
Yeah, and then bonus action, I'll just activate my magma cloak. So I'll just grab the dial in the middle and say "flame on," but in Latin.
I don't know. I should look that up.
Ignis.
Yeah, it'd be
Not
Ignis.
Ignis Luma.
Baldur's Gate. Ignis! Okay.
Yeah, I think that's my turn. How do you want? Do you want me to just verbally tell Nop what to do, or
Yeah, you can be like,
So
sick 'em, and then you can, as long as it's
Okay.
bound to you, as long as it is under your care, you can mechanically control it
I was
as
just
the player.
uh,
But
if it was
Zito would be
between-
like,
Yeah, it was between using bonus action or verbal command.
it
Which
would
is
be a
what?
bonus action to like activate and summon, but he's already here.
Right, okay, cool,
so you
cool,
just tell him to sick him.
Yeah, I guess I'll sick him. Get him, boys.
Starts thrashing about and trying to eat him some hands.
Pounce. If not moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
It's a swarm, not able to be
Yeah,
knocked
so I don't think
prone.
it can be knocked prone.
Yeah, but you can splash hands across the, actually the swarm itself is kind of dispersed right now, but
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he'll just bite whatever. He has the Barbarian's Reckless. I can attack at advantage, and then attacks are also made at advantage.
Nop is fun.
I'm gonna do that.
I didn't expect Nop to become like a party pet, but I should have. I should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, he misses with his bite. That's better. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit, yes.
Cool. That is 10 plus 5, 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he has one more claw. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And that is 16 slashing damage. I rolled really well on the damage.
16 slashing damage, okay. Very good.
Yeah, it was 15 slashing and then 16 slashing.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that's everything.
I need everybody to make dex saves. As the hands all at once scuttle about and start trying to climb up people's legs and dig and tear. It's a horrible sensation to have someone grab like a part of you and start trying to try to rip it from you. It's like the nails bite in and it's bad.
Can I
11.
try to offer Sika some sort of bonus on this because I'm holding him?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Natural 24, Kazric, 17 plus, you said Dex?
Yes.
21 unnaturally for Reggie.
Nice.
Yeah,
So Reggie is good. Go ahead.
11 for
both
Robin,
good.
21 for Darko as well.
11 and a 21. Okay.
8 for Zito,
Zito fails.
19 for
Robin
Nop.
fails. Nop's good. Sika?
So I need to roll a d20.
Yep. Add your dex. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Thank you. Give me a second. I should have more with that. Sorry, I had a note on my audio blog, Sarah. I apologize.
You had an audiobook? What?
You know how sometimes I lose sound for some reason?
Oh, an audio bug. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
he's like, fuck this book. I'm getting a different book. Fuck this story.
Okay.
So hands take 3d6 fire damage from touching me.
3d6. Roll your damage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not damage yet.
5, 10, 16.
Okay.
I'm also going to be doing my reaction with Traveler's Tricks. Since it's a dex save, so I just have to roll d10. And then I just add that to my roll.
Okay.
Are the hands causing me damage?
They're
Or
about
going
to,
cause
yes.
me damage? Then I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge when as my reaction. When attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against you.
Not an attack.
Yep. Made him do a dex save, it didn't swing to hit.
What was it that I
Dang
need to
it.
hit?
You don't know. What'd you get?
I got...
Aren't my spell attacks even if they have to do a dex save? To not get hit by them?
It's a good point.
If there's no attack roll, it's technically... Well,
A dex,
Does it-
a
does
saving
the
throw is not an
language
attack
say-
roll.
14.
Right.
does the language say attack or attack roll?
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
Hits you with an attack, not an attack
An
roll,
attack.
so I'll allow it.
No, okay, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it now and then discuss it later.
Yeah.
And then make a call
Is this
later.
a melee attack or no?
Yes.
No, then you are susceptible to gust for me.
They have no strength.
Yeah. So if you're attacking me, I need you to do a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
Only if you're successful on hitting me, by the way.
That's a 3 plus 2. That's a 5.
Cool. So once you hit me, you will be flung 10 feet and prone.
So so you're good.
Cool.
Okay. Everyone else who failed. Sorry. 21. 21 piercing damage. Which Robin can have.
Piercing?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not taking it, right?
Yeah, you're good. Because you got the wind shield up.
All right, I'm gonna use my reaction stone's endurance to reduce it by 1d12 plus 3.
Very nice.
You see both Reggie and Kadric as whatever is coming at us in this explosive moment, whatever. We both go, no. As we both have evasion.
Amazing. Okay.
That goblin NGBB.
So, Helivethea comes to a conclusion. And subtle casts disintegrate. Sorry, so it doesn't subtle cast. What's it called when you can make it so that it doesn't hit allies? Spell sculpt.
Spell sculpt.
You watch as disintegrate is sculpted to narrowly miss the party. As many of the hands are dusted.
Okay. I think it's the first time we've seen her cast something major like that. Just like
It is. And she lets out a scream.
where
while
was
she
that
does
with
it.
the dang beholder thing?
10d6 plus 10d6 plus 40 force damage.
Yep.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. D6. 10d6 plus 40. 76 damage. I don't like taking the spotlight from the party, but that did kill it. I apologize.
I would like to do this, Beth.
Hold up. They dust, and a brief parting from the party is like parting the waters as two dust walls just up along sides of the party.
I will say that you would see, because all things happen in succession, especially when these are all 6-second turns. You would see Kadric beginning to form another bomb, taking that bloody essence on like the napkin that he put it on into the bomb, and before he throws it, he just goes, oh. Unmakes it and puts it back down.
Deconstructs it angrily. Helivethea continues just and keeps and you see cantrips begin to be cast around as she just starts losing it, frankly. And a small fire starts up.
Robin is gonna quickly go to like calm down Helivethea, and she's gonna be like, "It's okay, it's gone. You're okay."
I couldn't help.
What do you mean?
I couldn't save anyone.
You just saved Sika.
This island's gonna burn. It's just between you and between Robin and Helivethea, a real quiet moment as tears are pouring down her eyes. She turns and goes, "This island is going to burn."
And Darko is gonna come up at that point. And Robin's just gonna go, we're not afraid of fire.
Ooh.
As Zito is standing behind them, not listening, he's just behind them, literally wearing a cloak of magma and just holding Sika in the air and just like, yeah!
Strong man.
Okay, let's go. I'm fine. I'm sorry.
You're okay. No. Don't be sorry. It's okay. Robin's gonna like loop a tiny arm under like her waist, and Darko's gonna be on the other side, and we're just gonna keep on walking. She's not even gonna look back and see if Sika's okay. She's gonna keep going. She's still mad. She didn't want him to die, but she's still mad.
I love that like this is kind of how Robin's feeling because Sika's just like, oh, if I can tell the truth, she could be mad all she likes.
Which makes her even more mad.
It's like, look, I listened to what her bigger brother told me to do. She should respect that. I was gonna say nothing until he scolded me.
So I know Zito can't like sense magic, but does he still have like a sense? Like, does he still sense any sort of like danger? Can I perceive? Can I check?
Yeah, you can
Use me to help.
make
You're
a
having an
perception
advantage
check.
up in the sky.
make a perception check.
Sir, did you see anything?
Dirty 20 perception.
You don't see any immediate threats around you. Nop is pawing at the dust, a little confused, and then Darko kind of comes over and is just like looking up at Nop.
Holding Sika, you can feel magic, right?
Yeah.
Not right now. I'm not asking about like this.
No,
Just
this is
generally.
magical, but no. Yes, I can.
Okay. Do you sense evil magic?
What would you like me to roll for that, Pep?
Perception. If magic are, I don't think you can. If you had Robin's magic eyes, that might be a different matter.
I just know magic that is connected.
You can
if
make
that
an
makes
Arcana
sense.
check to attempt to sense and draw conclusions.
I'm gonna let you know that goes friggin' nowhere.
You have inspiration.
But that's for only one day, not. Oh, actually, I have an advantage because I use bardic inspiration. Ha! So give me a sec.
Ah.
Much better. 17.
You don't see any signs. You don't sense anything. So I would say that you feel like you're in the clear for now.
Everything feels as normal as possible right now. But they snuck up on us, so that's no true guarantee.
On
You see Kazric still grumbling, putting the things up, finally like getting like a small little baggie and like putting the blood in it and like sealing it off, and he's like, "I'm using this later."
what you got there, buddy?
Hot tops!
Nop suddenly. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. That's a cat. Darko, the dog. This is much more dog-like. Starts digging through the ash, and then sees Robin, having walked away.
I think Reggie
He can
probably is
bark to me.
Reggie just like kind of like rolls over, then like flies up, and then rolls over and then flies up, and now it's just like
I
also
like the
curious.
idea that
All
Nop, Reggie, Darko, and the crab are all just like standing around this thing looking down at it.
and the rest of the party and the NPCs, they're clueless, and all the pets are like getting more and more like, hey,
Is
hey,
this a Pokemon movie?
It's Pikachu.
Fuck. What is discovered, the party quickly finds, is a set of arcane gloves. And Sika, you would not have noticed this, I know, because it was buried in dust, and you don't have detect magic. It was an Arcana check. But see, white gloves with arcane symbols stitched into them. Sika, make a history check.
Yay!
Can
You-
Kazik make a history check?
You haven't seen these. Sika has.
Oh.
Can I touch them?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can certainly try. Like,
History check. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The same thread, the same runes were woven into Amethyst Whitweary's hair.
She's dead.
You did see her and then directly leave and then go discover these hands.
Amethyst who?
True. Oh,
You'll
you know,
meet
you
them
do
soon.
make a true point.
I'm just writing stuff down.
Oh, Amethyst Whitweary, which was the witch that Sika befriended.
Oh, that's the witch that we're going back to.
Yeah.
Oh, see? Let me write notes.
You know what? Far be it for me to get in the way of the note taker. we had
okay.
Shane and Taylor come in and be like, "Oh man, our notes," and we were like, "Oh, don't worry, CB's got it. CB takes great notes." This was before you were even in the call.
I'm like, let me take it out.
Oh, he's gonna be like, let me down. Let me down.
Kicking, flailing.
Down.
What I also very
Fine.
specifically enjoy in this moment is that it had to have been, because none of us saw it, it had to have been all the pets and things looked at Sika. And we're like, you get this.
So when Sika gets down, he's gonna like dust himself, turn to Zito, and like hands on his shoulders and taps. Thank you. Thank you. Because he's just a little traumatized still with like,
Not
having
just-
the hands in his
Your
mouth.
hair just. Because he's eye level with you. He's a big boy.
Thank you.
Darko's gonna go over and get
I'll
Robin and
happily
try
do
to
this
like
again
do
sometime.
the shepherding back towards the group thing, you know. And you're like, what is this? Wait.
As Sika taps his shoulder, he's like, I'll happily do this again tonight, but hold on. And so then he starts walking away to go towards the gloves. And in this moment, he wants to pick them up. So he will.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pick them up,
Yep.
and immediately they start trying to get onto your hands.
Okay. Cool.
They don't move like a spider. They move like animate leather or animate cloth as they slowly begin to don you.
How long do I have until they're on my hands?
How long till what?
How long do I have until they will be on my
It
hands?
begins to happen, and you realize what is happening.
Okay. In the moment, I would like to identify them.
You cast Identify.
Yeah.
These are gloves of proficiency. You're not sure what these gloves are proficient at. Oh, you cast Identify. I'm sorry. In this case, these hands were in charge of pouring drinks of some kind. You don't know what drinks, you don't know what, but like your immediate conclusion is a bartender somewhere enchanted some gloves or had some gloves enchanted for them to help them. And then you realize, no, it's not drinks, it's liquids.
So it could be
Like
just liquids. Liquids.
It.
If you want to
You
vaccinate
cast
with
identify.
liquids.
A curse upon whoever came up with identify.
Identify doesn't necessarily tell you everything.
It tells you a fuck ton.
You learn the properties of how to use them, whether it requires attunement use, how it changes them. If any, you learn whether the spells are affecting it, and you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. And if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. And
An enchanter made these gloves to help someone with their mixing.
if it's a magic item or somehow be able to learn the properties and how to use them.
Yeah, more importantly, you learn its properties and how to use them, so he would know what it's meant for.
Got you. If you were wearing these gloves, you would be able to You would be able to use the help action for Kazrik's alchemy. If you were to activate these gloves, they would go and do it by themselves in helping Kazrik with alchemy. This might be more of a Kazrik gift.
Of course. I've heard his name multiple times in this description.
Oh, sorry.
I'm crying.
I mean, well.
They're mine. I need to pour my beer.
The party finds.
Party finds.
Usually,
Kazrik's
whenever I'm
white
throwing
gloves.
something up to the group, it'll be like, I found these things. The party found them. Party loot. Ooh.
So with identify, would I know that I can actually take them off, even though they're trying to climb on? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to panic then.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll be like, ooh, and he's gonna like prop up very quickly and just like saunter over to Kazrik.
Kazrik,
Who is currently grumbling with its thing of blood. He's like,
how would you like to be even more proficient than you've ever been proficient with proficiency inside of your proficientness of alchemy?
what?
He takes off the gloves and he'd be like, and then spills you the details of the gloves of what these do. Like, they seem right up your alley.
They just make me pour better?
They can help you with anything alchemic and liquid and pouring and doing stuff. And you can will them to go do their own thing while you're doing another. So you have something doing things while you're doing something.
a second set of hands, if you will.
I have to roll. You're asking a hands-on, handy person who believes in doing things themselves to let magic do their job for them.
I can roll persuasion.
No, it's less about that. I know that'd be great. He'd be willing to put it on. I think he.
Reggie gets jealous.
I think. I think. Oh my gosh. I think he's gonna take him for now. I think he's gonna take him. I think he's like gonna ponder.
If anything, they're expensive.
Right. And I think he's gonna like. I think he's gonna take it for now. I don't think he puts him on immediately. Cause I think he's like.
And he's gonna add in just so you know. Also, they come from what seems to be the witch that's my friend, so I trust whatever they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay. You know, if I don't like him, I'll just give him back to you.
Totally fine.
As the city is coming into view, are there any end notes we would like to cover before we call it for a night?
I'm okay with that.
That was one thing, but I think I'm blanking on it. I don't think it matters this very second.
Did Sika just kind of imply that his witch friend was like her hands were in that?
No, that they were made by.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
a concern to have.
Yeah. So to what Sika's choosing to believe at the moment with the information he has is that she helped make these because her her signatures are in them.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, okay, I processed
Oh.
it.
Oh, I get you. No. I think he puts stuff back. He probably like folds the gloves, put it in like a very. You typically see him just like take whatever he gets and just chuck it in his bag. You see him actually like respectfully fold these, because they were a gift from Zika. More importantly, and he doesn't want to like seem like disrespectful. He just doesn't know. He doesn't have certainty in them just yet. So when he has a chance, he will do a test to see if they do work better for him. But until then, he'll just fold them, take blood.
With the identify, would I have known that if someone was to use their ability to make them do their own seconds out of hands ability, would be just as efficient as if say I wore them to help him?
You'd roughly 1-to-1, yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
Roughly
Let me also
1-to-1.
ask this mechanically, just because it's boggling my mind. Not boggling, but like it's where I'm at. Are these gloves that like, if someone like Kazik wears them, it like essentially like gives me expertise in my alchemy supplies? Okay.
Nice.
I just wanted to see whether that. So I think for now he's gonna just fold them, do an experiment later with them on to see how he likes them. He might make some fingerless, but we'll see.
Make them fingerless and then make a bomb out of the additional fingers somehow.
The cats.
That's actually kind of cool. Hey, we might need to update the art. Might just get him like little fingerless gloves. Well, then he doesn't have hands and arms. But
You
still,
don't have no hands. Drawing hands is hard.
you're right. Technically, we got to update with shaved head. Blown off, burned heads.
We can do that. We can do that.
Grows back. No, I need new art. All right, okay.
Rainbow beard.
It's a
Rainbow
simple
beard.
fix.
No. It probably grows back. I do like his little weird little mohawk. I think that's it for.
All right. Robin, Zito, anything you guys would like to?
Robin's just gonna comfort Helavathea and give some wise, very naive 17-year-olds, acting like I know everything in the world.
Listen
really
to your
nice.
heart. Everything's gonna be okay. The good guys always win.
Yeah, exactly. Just giving that kind of pep talk, and do what you believe feels right in the moment for the people that you believe are right in the moment, and all that sort of stuff that could come around and kick her in the butt later.
Sure.
And that she definitely won't follow. She's saying the things that she thinks she's supposed to say, and anytime that she sees like Darko trying to like go happily over to Sika and be like my friend, she calls Darko to heal every single time.
No puppy snuggles for Sika.
No. she being petty. She bad. That's it.
Zito, anything for you?
Zito's just giggling.
Tickled pink. Tickled gray? I don't know. Anyway.
I feel bad because like Shane would take seriousness to this, but Sika's just like.
Shane,
I
the
got your brother I
amazing
can go hang out
individual,
with. I'm
would
good.
be mortified and
good
try to
night.
mend it. Sika is just above it.
I might talk with just casually with Toril, to let him know like everything that like we did on the way to get him, including where I got the egg from and all that. And then also just ask him like what happened to him and get those details.
Yeah, taken by Warforged, and then the Warforged got taken by the Wild Hunt.
Also, remember they had the Warforged on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is scarier.
All right.
I'd probably ask Toril if he's like comfortable or safe even coming back into this. into the city, but
Oh, I'm not
We
going into the city. That's a den of vipers.
well, yes, I also hate it in there. But where do you plan on going?
I'm gonna make my way onto that bridge and get my house to come pick me up. This is all going to
Okay,
shit.
Fair enough. Can I get some sort of like letter or something saying that I did my job?
He starts whispering into a rock. Questkeep, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Starts whispering into a rock. Just gonna hand it to you. Break the rock. I'm sorry. I need to back all that up. He's going to write a dumbass letter. That's way too convoluted. I'm tired. We need to call it.
Gotcha.
But yes, he can definitely make that happen for you. That's a really good idea, actually. It's a really good idea. I think we're gonna call it there, gang. Apologies to Questkeep who just raided in. You get to hop right back on the raid train, and we get to go make someone else's night. I'm Sir Feffers, the Humble Dungeon Master of the Longshot table, and it is my absolute honor to have these wackadoos here with me today. These absolute phenomenal creators. Go follow each and every one of them. They are some of the best in the business. Their RP is phenomenal, and I know Taylor's going to talk about it, but really you should go check out Heinefall. It's an amazing 5-day LARP event, and it's so good. 6-day LARP event.
Yeah,
Let's
up
go.
with it.
Oh, let's go. Do hit up the YouTube to get caught up on Longshot, and the Discord to join our community, and most importantly, bingo. Everyone loves the bingo. And last but not least, young Dr. Gay. Welcome to the mod squad. New mod. The young doctor is in. And gay. That's it for me. Let me throw it over to Ben Brainard.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainard. I've been playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. Zito really feels like he's almost out of here. And like,
Oh, buddy.
listen, he feels right now the creeping sensation that he will be asked to do much more. But as far as he's concerned, he's almost got the guy with the contract to the place, and he gets to go home. And right now, it's just maybe whether or not, like, the reality that he will not actually get to go home. He knows it, but he's just refusing to admit it or accept it. But like, there's something gnawing at him, like, too much shit is happening right now for anybody here to just let me go home.
I've got a fun plot twist coming up down the road for you specifically, buddy. And I went and talked to some other military folk. And yeah, I'm very excited.
Thanks. Love it.
All right.
Shane.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane Whalley. You can find me everywhere as Shane Whalley. I play Sick of the College of the Road Bard Luminen, who is noticing he has awakening powers. So it's really interesting for him because now he's like, oh, I can do more than shoot a bow and sing.
I am more than the twang in my step.
Right? And so he is a little... I'll make sure I word this right. He's a little scared of himself at the moment. He's fearful of the rabbit.
And it's coming. It's coming because considering something just surprised the fuck out of him. And it was the rabbit coming in.
Oh no, it's just
mouth.
horrifying hands that have been severed
just
and
a hand.
animated. It's fine.
So, timing wise, well played, Feff.
Negro.
But yeah, so, but beyond learning that certain things are awakening inside of him, he is slightly worried about Amethyst because it's just weird that to know that something like this would just be there. But he's hopeful. And is silently really happy that Thorne was able to communicate. Yes. Taylor.
Me? Hi, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. Check out my live Pinefall, pinefall.com. We just broke our record this last weekend. Be quiet. We just broke our record this last weekend for a weekend game. It was great. I play Robin, the druid rogue, and she is angry. She's happy to have gotten her brother Thorne back, but she is mad that she put faith into kindness, and she has learned the lesson that kindness does not equal trust. And that is now going to be a core belief that she will carry through the rest of her life. Hand it off to Kazric.
Yeah, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels, other than the social media that he didn't talk about. Technically, it's none of them, but find me places. I have played Kazric, the Apothecary Alchemist, again, which is a May 10 Press 5e class. Check out their stuff. Not sponsored. Though I might send an email for you, Feff. Either way, Kazric is in a state of experimentation and learning, which is the basis for this character, learning that this life essence, as Zito has called it, which he's now going to forever call it, can be used to power up these crystals in ways that have not been seen before. It's very intriguing to them, and now he wants more life essence to experiment, but a diggity darn disintegration stopped him from experimenting right now. Yeah, it's okay. He'll get it later. We
brought her here. We brought her to this point. She's always had the ability.
Yeah, I love it. But mostly is very enthusiastic about the future, even though the future is surrounded by Elven and Feyan war, a war that has not and should not be touching him and his people, and somehow they're getting wrapped into. So perhaps there might be some care soon. Right now, doesn't give a shit. But yeah, off to see the witch, the wonderful witch of pardon, and figure out what to do with Thorne, I guess, if that's the thing. Also, that mirror stuff is cool. Might be able to harness that. That's Kazric, and also Reggie's eating the handy dust that was left over as a little epilogue for you. Back to you, Feff.
Excellent. Bill, I see your question about Windfall. We don't have a solution just yet. I'm waiting for everybody to get back on me on what their schedules are, and we'll go from there. But new information soon. And again, big ups to, big ups to Annie for being our phenomenal mod tonight. Much love. Let's pile into this raid, gang. We're going to kick it with the Smoking Barrel Tavern.